What up, motherfuckers? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Wicked 101. I am your host, as always, Defekt in this motherfucker. We get... Oh, yeah, that'll work. Cop siren. So, look, here's the thing, man. You know me. You know I love the wicked shit. And I'm always representing for the wicked shit, Wicked 101. You know what I'm saying? We try to school everybody on the history of the wicked shit. You know what I'm saying? So we've got, in the past, every show has been about a specific artist, you know, and we focused on that artist and what they had going on and the history of that artist, you know. Well, today we're changing it up a little bit. Today, it's a little bit different show, okay? Now, it's not going to be me interviewing V Sinizter and Staplez. It's going to be a roundtable style discussion, and we're going to be talking about the history of Saginaw Wicked Shit. And I feel like this is an important chapter because, you know, like everybody knows the story of Detroit Wicked Shit. You know what I'm saying? Esham and ICP and Twisted and House of Crazies and all that. Like, everybody knows that. But what a lot of people don't know is the history of what happened in Saginaw while that shit was going on. And there's a lot of artists that, man, shit, I ain't even up on some of them. We've been talking already, and you know, Staplez been sending me tracks, you know, and I never heard this shit, but I'm like, oh my god, this is fucking dope. Why don't I know about this? So we're gonna put you up on some of that tonight, shit that I didn't even know about, you know. And who better to have this conversation with me than Staplez and V Sinizter? You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys were in the fucking thick of this shit for a long time, you know. And you know, maybe there's some artists that were around longer, you know, like Ghetto Devil, UNLV, shit like that. But man, V Sinizter and Staplez, between the two of them, I mean, there's really not very many questions you could ask that the three of us collaboratively wouldn't be able to answer about Saginaw history. So that's what it's about, man. We're just trying to you know, just school you guys on the history of the wicked shit and the history of the Saginaw wicked shit specifically, because you know what? When I was just a fan, you know what I mean? The Saginaw shit, like I found ICP and all that kind of shit before, you know, I found the Saginaw scene. But once I found the Saginaw scene, that's what really inspired me, you know what I'm saying, as an artist, because these guys were in the ground floor when I came in and building something, you know, that was well beyond, you know, what was going on anywhere else, you know, outside of Detroit, you know what I mean? So without further ado, man, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play one more track. And tonight it's all going to be Saginaw history tracks, man, you know. We got some KGP, we got Bedlam, we already played some Ghetto Devil, we already played what else did we play? We played some V Sinizter. We played Mac the Jacka. Fuck yeah, what y'all know about Mac the Jacka? You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that shit. Are y'all ready for this? I don't think they're ready, man.
I don't know, man. I'm already spilling shit on myself, though.
He's already spilling shit. I'm going to leave the, until they're actually ready, I think I'm going to wait to flip the screen for just a second here.
Flip the screen.
Because they're not ready.
We're not even on yet? What the fuck is this about, D? There we go. Woo!
What's
Wicked
up, guys?
101. What's up, D? What's up, V?
What's up? How you doing?
We're all representing
Chilling.
the new Wicked 101 shirts. So, that's right. You know, we got to pay the bills a little bit. So if you want to cop one of these motherfuckers, just go to widowmakerproductions.com.
Scoop one up.
But look, how you guys doing, man? You guys have a good trip down here tonight?
Yeah, it was all right, man. Good weather. Can't complain.
Tired as hell.
Yeah, V's always tired, man. He's always working
Well,
out.
he's always working out. Yeah, exactly. Right. So that's all he does is fucking work out.
I'm tired and hungry, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, gotta remember those sound effects, Defekt.
Yeah, that's your job tonight, dude.
All right, bet.
Because I'm gonna be forgetting and shit. So check it out, man. A little later, we're gonna be taking your calls and see what you guys want to talk about in regards to Saginaw Wicked Shit. But right now, let's kick it off with who do you guys think? I mean, let's just call it what it is. You know, Esham kind of influenced everything going on in Saginaw.
To a degree. I mean,
from the very beginning.
From the very beginning.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but once What were we gonna say, V? I ain't trying to cut you off. I know if you got.
Yeah, we're already cutting V off.
Yeah,
whatever, V. From the very beginning,
fuck what you're talking about.
I'm not gonna make it long with it. All set. Like from a wicked standpoint, yeah, Esham matter right there. But probably not the entire scene as far as like the hardcore aspect of Saginaw. That was something that was already budding on his own. It just
Oh yeah, I'm talking about taking the hardcore like rap from the streets and like morphing it into actually wicked shit. You know what I mean? Like there was all the other rappers doing hardcore shit like Homicide and Mac the Jacka.
V's brother.
Right, Mac the Jacka.
Bone Scandalous, rest in peace.
Right.
Yep, rest in peace.
But once what Esham was doing seemed to kind of like find its way to Saginaw, and then a whole different scene emerged from that.
It did.
Would you agree?
I definitely
for
agree.
sure, because I was heavily influenced by both of those, by Esham for sure, and the people that he influenced in Saginaw too. You know what I mean, like UNLV.
Because the thing is, man, if you look at the early Saginaw Wicked Shit, all of it has that religious aspect, the unholy aspect, like all of it, like UNLV, Bedlam, KGP, like all that shit was kind of going in that direction.
Damien the Demon.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, I also can't forget Hassan.
Right.
Yeah, Hassan was there too. Yep.
So yeah.
That's pretty much it. That's the end of the story.
End of story.
And with that,
we're just gonna sign off. But no, for real though, like the thing was that was a fact.
How about we just go to day one?
That's what I was gonna get. That's what I was trying to get to. It's like
right,
who do you?
So where we're getting mixed up though, I think is day one of the wicked shit in Saginaw, and then day one of hardcore rap. Now that goes way back, right?
Yeah,
and that's out of the scope of the show. I feel like.
Oh,
so
for sure.
Let's set the boundary lines right now.
We can touch on some of the old school hardcore shit before it was actually quote unquote wicked shit.
So for me, I'll start. So for me, the first day one wicked shit out of Saginaw that was doing something, that was putting music out, would have been Bone for me.
Bone Scandalous.
Yep.
Yeah, Homicide. Yeah, I think I missed that.
Would have been about 92.
Around 92, yeah, beginning of 92.
At the same time, there's another artist there that was putting out music, not to the same capacity, but it was Kurt D.
Kurt D.
Wicked shit artist out of Saginaw, around that same time.
When did with Kurt D? When was and Kurt D's your cousin, by the way,
right?
Like real life cousin.
Yep.
Shout out to Kurt D. I see he's watching tonight.
Kurt D, what up?
Where's my air horn?
That's Saginaw. Matter of fact, when that phone line calls out or comes up, we'll be taking calls tonight, right?
Right, for sure.
Saginaw Wicked
call
Shit
in.
Godfather.
Yeah, for sure.
So when do you think that Kurt D started, and what can you tell us about the early days of Kurt D?
Well, if we're talking about rap in general, we're going back to like '84. I can remember.
He was rapping in '84.
Listening to rap,
Okay, so he wasn't rapping in
Getting
'84.
me-
You guys started getting into rapping.
No, you know what? I'm sure he was writing rhymes, but he wasn't putting out tapes or anything like that quite yet. But for sure, listening and a fan of hip hop. Not quite anything wicked yet though. Not until Esham and probably 90, 91.
What, Judgment Day?
Or even before that. Booming Words was what?
Well, depending on which verse you got, it was 89 and 90. If you got the red tape,
the
89.
red tape 89, probably
and you
around.
got Booming Words 90.
Right. And then that started the wicked shit for Kurt D in Saginaw right around that time. And that's right around the time Bone was out, right? 92?
Yeah, like I said, they was doing their own thing. I mean, truth be told, my brother wasn't really... He probably listened to it, but wasn't really deep into it. Like I said, that's why I was up there saying that as far as like Esham's influence. Like I said, it's not so much that he didn't listen to it. He was just doing his own thing. I think it was more of an environmental thing. Like everything he was up there talking about was because the shit he was rapping about, he was actually living. Like
right.
The feeling for killing and cross thoughts and all that in his first tape. When he was up there rolling with Bone Scandalous, Pratt and Killer Productions, all that shit he talking about, he was really living. I mean, I'm going to stop right there. I ain't going to say too much. I ain't going to give too much away.
Well,
but
the good thing about it, though, man, for the music that we have of your brother and of Bone, and you can hear it in Bedlam even, I mean, you can tell it's raw. You know what I'm saying? The people are living the shit.
Yeah.
You can hear it in that music that we'll hear tonight.
And I was just telling you the track you were playing for me, Homicide.
Yeah.
It was what was the name of that track?
Straight out the gutter comes a brother out of Homicide.
Dude, I'm listening to that and I'm like, man, this dude, like, he was definitely ahead of his time.
Yeah, Bone.
And it was like it sounded like it was recorded in a cassette deck. And
Yeah, it's a 4-track at best or something, right?
And I truly believe, like, when I'm listening to it, I envision, like, straight up, like, just in a crack house somewhere, just straight up fucking.
And I feel like
surrounded
that's
by
what we got to
thugs,
hear
dude.
first, too, right?
I mean, I went to the studio they was gonna record that at. It was a pretty big setup too. It had the 20-track mixer.
Wait,
No shit.
You were there for that?
He was in the same studio.
Probably about a couple months before they actually recorded that. My brother took.
Wow.
He took old Casio keyboard I had, took it to the studio. Sampled the sound off of it. They ran it through and put it all together. I lost all those tapes and sessions that he had. Lemonade was there. Ballhead, rest in peace. And like I said, the Wicked Shit, where it converged with the hardcore aspect, was at the same time that ICP. No, they was Inner City Posse at the time, and Twisted was HOK, and like I said, this was all going on in Saginaw at the time.
You were Violent J too, weren't you? At one point, weren't you Violent J?
Look, all right, real quick. The short end of that, like I said, my cousin, shout out to Captain Kid, introduced me to the Wicked Shit.
That's
and when we was up there,
I feel like we went through it on the last episode, but maybe we should bring it up one more.
No, it's real quick. Short of it, my middle name is John. That's where the J came, Violent J. John, and he went
Violent J.
Yeah. But
total coincidence. I swear to God.
You gotta, if you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, you gotta go back to V Sinister's episode.
There you go.
We talk about the history of all of his names before he landed on V Sinister. One of them was Violent J, which is just comedy.
No, it wasn't for rap. It was just a nickname. That's it. It wasn't for a rap name. Just for a nickname.
My bad. I guess I misunderstood.
Either way, V.
But back to the history though, because we on limited time. Back to the history of Saginaw.
Time's not limited, man. We only 20 minutes in. We got 2 hours.
It's like D said in the intro, man. This is open table, open forum.
Structure. I like structure. Always gotta have structure.
Well, look.
Well, you came to the wrong goddamn place.
The thing is, we got the structure. The structure is we have the staples, no pun intended, of Saginaw Wicked Shit, and we're gonna hit on all of them. But what we're talking about right now is, okay, so in the very beginning, you had guys like Mac the Jack, and
Damien the Demon, Bone Scandalers,
Kurt D, UNLV.
Oh yeah, Ghetto Devil. I'm trying to remember the other 2 members too. It was so long ago, and did business with all of them too. I'm trying to remember. Ghetto Devil, help me out here. Come on,
you were there, man. I was still in high school.
Huh? And Cobain Boys?
Oh no, Cobain Boys didn't come till later, and that's the interesting thing about the Cobain Boys too. I remember when he's now furloughed in Cobain Boys, but when he used to be Prince of Darkness in the group called Niggas and Sin with his boy Crazy E, changed his name to Grim Reaper. He actually got a jersey made. I think him and his brother Ghetto Devil got a jersey made, red and black jersey with Cobain on the back and 666 on the arm. He wore that to class, and I
remember that. I remember that. You're like, that motherfucker's evil for real.
I'm not fucking with that dude.
Yeah, I was like, man, he wore it around school, high school, just came in, 666 on the arm, Cobain. I was like, what the fuck is it? Damn, this shit crazy as hell.
Menacide in the chat says, I remember when Bone got killed.
I was at the funeral too. That shit was hard, man.
2007.
What happened?
What happened? Street shit. I told you.
Street shit.
It was some street shit.
I told you.
Is it drugs or like what?
Shit, I don't want.
You guys don't even want to talk about it. Like I feel
street
like
shit.
I'm getting this vibe.
If
like
we talk about it, man, we'll get shot up in here right now.
Street shit, man. His partner got killed too. Dude that was rapping with him when they made that group. I forgot who they were signed to, but yeah, his partner got killed. I think a couple weeks later after that. But it was some street shit though.
All right, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
That's right. Can we pour some liquor out, man?
Not on the floor of the school here.
I know. That'd be bad.
Just keep the cap on and turn it upside down like you pouring liquor.
There you go.
Yeah, do this right here. I don't drink, so.
I see you're drinking the Arctic Sun tonight, V.
Arctic Sun. And
You juggalo.
Man, I was drinking this before ICP. I've been drinking Fago since '84, man.
Hey, man.
And he was Violent J then too.
Well, no, I wasn't.
He
No,
was, too.
I wasn't doing shit. My brother was up there rapping. I wasn't doing nothing but collecting Garbage Pail Kids and plotting to take over the world.
Now that's hard.
That's
Collecting
Saginaw
gra-
Wicked Shit history.
That's
right
some
there.
street shit right there, bro.
Yeah.
Collecting Garbage Pail Kids. But look, what came after that? I mean, what's the next in chronological order? Like what was?
Chronological order. Next
Are we
would
still
be,
in order?
I think we've jumped around a little bit. We've
first
thrown a
was
lot of
Homo-
names out there, but we haven't.
I don't
really
think we're in
elaborated.
order
No,
anymore.
first was Homicide. That was around like 92. I
Yeah.
remember when that came out. Like I said, I was up there trying to attend the studio sessions with my brother when I was in high school. Then the first one out the gate was Mac the Jacker. Cross Thoughts Are Dangerous, Feeling for a Killing, Scandalous Outro, Steady Stacking. After that, Bone Scandalous and Damien the Demon was supposed to be after Bone Scandalous. Don't know what happened to that.
When was White G?
YG, that was probably...
He was in
that's
there
a good
somewhere
question.
too.
Probably, no, definitely after the Scandalous family. Probably
Before UNLV.
Yeah, probably before UNLV, then UNLV. Let's touch on White G, Cap G.
Yep. I just remember going into record store, man, and seeing those tapes there, thinking, "Who the fuck is this dude?"
White G.
White G.
White G.
Yeah.
But
KG
you bought
fucking
one though,
P.
didn't you?
Yep, I did too. Checked them out.
You still got it, don't you?
Nope.
Now,
I
what
wish
year
I
was
did.
that?
Oh man, I don't. That's tough. That's got to be like 90. Fuck. Kurt D needs to call in with these dates, man, or comment with these dates.
Yeah, that was it. D Evil and Dark Lord. It just popped
Yeah.
in mind. Ghetto Devil, D Evil, and Dark Lord. UNLV.
UNLV. Yep.
I remember when I seen them perform at the Big Mike show, and I was like, how the fuck are they on stage and we ain't on stage with them? I don't know if Cap G was the DJ at the time, but they was talking about the DJ fucked up they set or something like that. But man, the first time I seen UNLV on stage and people in the crowd throwing up the devil horns, I was like, what the fuck? Man. So,
Right.
James, I should hit up James and tell him to jump in this chat too, because he knows some shit too. Matter of fact, y'all carry the discussion. Let me hit James and bring him up into the online discussion.
Oh, he's bailing out.
Oh, you're
He's
just bailing out. We're 20
already.
minutes in.
Matter
You're
of fact,
bailing.
you guys just go ahead.
Just take over the show.
No, not take over the call, because James know a whole lot of this shit too, because he was
there for Ghetto Records and everything, right?
Oh no, long before Ghetto Records.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
Like 90, 93, 94, we was up there messing with Sheridan Park Assassins, UNLV. Before he was furloughed with Cobain Boys, he was Prince of Darkness. We was up there working on his album too. Him and Grim Reaper, Niggas in Sin.
Before Ghetto Records.
Before Ghetto,
Right.
this was long before Ghetto Records came around, maybe 97, 98, but this was like 93, 94.
Right.
And like I said, we was up there dealing with UNLV in 90, 94. I remember when me and James went over to Ghetto Devil's house, talked to him. We was up there letting him listen to some. I should have brought that tape with me, but I don't know if
You
I got
really
it home.
should have, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why the
It's
fuck you didn't bring
It was
anything.
wicked shit, too. All wicked shit from Ghetto Circus.
man, I try to tell you to bring some shit.
Yeah, well, shit. I got to do some digging for that. Anyway,
It's all on tape anyway.
yeah.
He would have came here with the tape.
I got a cassette.
What can you do with this?
We
Yeah.
can play it off a cassette deck. Fuck it.
All right, well,
Ooh,
I got to
shit.
find. Well,
That just keeps
James
the
probably got it.
authenticity.
It keeps the
Yeah.
authenticity. Yeah, well.
We'll go in V's car and listen to it. Bring the laptop. Bring,
probably
bring
does have
Facebook
that.
Live in there.
I got a CD player, man. My car
We're just gonna
brand new.
stop this stream and switch to mobile, and then we'll go to his car and we'll
You
play it
should
from
do
his
that.
We'll
car.
play some old
You should
school
probably do that in a
wicked shit
future
then.
episode. Do it more.
That would be dope. It's a good idea.
Wow, look.
There's an
Yeah.
idea right there.
You got the
Episode
history
11.
of wicked shit now. The history of the area that created the wicked shit.
We're done here. I think
No,
we're
we're
done.
not. Oh no,
We did
still
everything we need. I mean, we got episode 11 set up. Fuck. What more do you want, Defekt?
Oh man,
Yeah.
so much good underground shit in Michigan in the '90s. You ain't lying. Oh, is that? Yep, Mars in here. What's up, Mars?
What up, Mars?
What up?
Fuck yeah, man.
But where was we at? We was at White G. Let's get back to White G.
Yeah, White G.
KGP.
KGP came right after that. Yep.
I remember when I bought his was it Necrology CD at Records and Tapes Galore. I looked at this cover and I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Dude, you know, for me, man, like, because
I loved it though. I wore that CD out. I think somebody ran over my CD too.
Oh man, I think I've had to buy that album like 3 times, to be honest, because you know they were on CDRs.
And
it wasn't
hallucinations too.
Yeah, for sure.
It was the thing about Necrology, man, is like, you know,
You just got to get the shit electronic, man.
well now, but
yeah.
I'm talking about in the mid '90s when I found the shit.
Oh, mid '90s, man.
I mean, you still use CDs back then, bro.
Right. My bad.
But
Transitioning CDs, it was still tapes for me.
yeah.
Man, I'm
Still
broke
is
as
tape.
fuck. No, it ain't. I ain't used a tape in 20 years. Was it? Yeah, 2018. Yep, 20 years. I ain't used a tape since.
Good
20
job,
years.
V.
Yeah.
So look,
He's going to whip my ass in a minute, I can tell.
Man, I'm tired.
but seriously, man,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong, though. You know, we're talking about KGP.
Yep.
Would you agree that the Necrology album was a turning point?
For the wicked
Of
shit.
Saginaw Wicked Shit,
Yeah,
for
it was-
sure.
it went from more of the
without a
hardcore
doubt.
street wicked shit
Michigan
to
Wicked Shit.
Wicked shit.
Yeah. Michigan Wicked Shit overall.
Yeah.
That was definitely a turning
Now, I'll
point.
probably say wicked shit, not just Michigan, but
For
wicked
me,
shit.
for
wicked
me,
shit.
it was. I
Like,
mean, that's
wicked
when I
shit,
started to write
Because
dabble.
I mean, Esham in a sense was like he was touching on religious themes and so, but it had a street element to it. And ICP was doing the whole carnival thing. KGP did the more blasphemous stuff.
Right.
Yeah, wicked shit overall. It started with. I mean, when you look at the blasphemous, more satanic.
Christ can suck my dick.
Yeah, the more satanic rap. I mean,
Right. Oh yeah, it was.
it was KGP.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that album was for me was huge, man. Because I mean, I don't know that I would have got into the wicked shit as heavily as I did if it wasn't for that album.
For Necrology. And I was already deep in it by then.
I mean, you know, me too.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like
As far as the satanic shit.
that and also like, you know, like I mean, you know, I think the more prevalent artists, if that's the right word, prevalent, it was like ICP and House of Crazies, and I think Simkin Heights was making some noise in Lansing, you know.
Right.
And all the Simkin Heights was making noise.
Yeah, we haven't
somewhere
even talked about
nationwide.
that.
Yeah.
First time I heard
Yeah.
about Simkin Heights was in Kansas, and this was in the mid '90s.
Right.
A boy, he introduced me to Simkin Heights when I was in the military. I was like, hold on, who is this? War Horse,
Yep.
Smoke Box. I was like, woo.
You got some of them?
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, we'll play some of that tonight. I mean, that wasn't exactly Saginaw, but that, I mean, that
Right.
It's kind of lumped in with like Dayton
weaving its
Family.
way. It's
Yeah,
weaving
it's
its way.
it's
But what's the connection though?
the connection is it was right down the fucking street, and it was
Okay, so
part of a
Detroit.
bigger it was
So-
part
so
of a
is
bigger
Detroit,
scene.
But what is the connection to Saginaw though?
Well, I feel like the Saginaw and the Flint story and the Lansing story is all one and the same, to be honest. Because like
Minnesota on it, yeah. Early Michigan, HOK, Simkin Heights, Raw Collection, Dice, the Raw Society, Bedlam, Esham, KGP. Yeah.
yeah,
Jack Frost wasn't wicked shit.
we're just looking at the
No.
comments.
No, I'm saying Jack Frost, man. I'm saying Jack Frost. No, he didn't list that. Because I heard about Jack Frost too, but yeah.
Where's it coming from then, V?
Where's it coming? Because
Yeah.
I remember the early part of Wicked Shit. Like I said, when I started listening to the Wicked Shit, this was back in 90. The first time I heard it, especially on the Saginaw level, I was like, I can't deal with that shit. Because I was up there trying to come out of my own little rumor that was going on in high school, because it carried from 6th grade that I was up there, I worshiped the devil, sold my soul and all this and all that. Story for another time. And I was trying to leave all that behind. And then that's when I ran across the Wicked Shit, and at first I was like, I ain't touching this, can't do it. Okay, the first time I heard Esham, I think I mentioned this up on my interview that when I first heard Esham, I was like, yeah, I gotta hold this with a piece of toilet paper and everything. Gave it back to my boy. Don't play this shit for me no
What?
more.
You held the CD with the tape with some toilet paper?
With red tape. I was like, man, I don't want this.
I can't even touch this.
Yeah, man, that's how notorious the Wicked Shit was back
Damn,
then.
you came a long way, V.
Yeah, I sure did. Oh, man.
Wait, let me get this right. You wouldn't even touch the tape.
I would. That's how notorious the
Hell of a
reputation
toilet
was of
paper.
Wicked Shit. I would not touch the tape. I heard word after word, and the first lines, I'm not an atheist, but what has God done for me? Oh, he let me grow up in the motherfucking ghetto.
ghetto.
Thanks for nothing, motherfucker.
That's
Click.
for real.
No, it didn't even go to for real. I said, click. Hold on, he just called God a motherfucker. Okay, let me find some toilet paper, eject the tape.
See, it had a way
Hey.
different effect on me.
Yeah,
I remember putting it in my headphones and going and shooting windows out with BB guns. I was maybe 12 years old or something like that. That's the
Were they
effect I had
car
on me.
windows or were they house windows?
Apartment windows.
For context, I feel like that was an important.
Yeah, sure. Definitely. But, well, I don't know what's worse.
What up, though? All right, let's steer the conversation back. We was on Cap G, and it kind of went over to
Then we're in KGP.
KGP. All right.
KGP opened up then at what, the second Hollow Wicked?
It was in '96, I think it was. It was like a couple of years before I went. I mean, my first one was '98.
Opened up there, and then that, I mean, that was a springboard.
Springboard.
For sure.
For sure it was. And
Because-
then opening
because-
up for HOK.
Because it was different back then.
Eminem.
At that time, it wasn't 95,000 different horrorcore artists trying to come up and make some noise. It was
Yeah, you're right.
a
And-
handful, man. And
Yeah,
like,
right, right.
and when you and ICP
That's a
was
very good point, D.
and ICP and Esham were leading the charge. And if you got an opening slot with ICP or Esham, like you were now in front of the correct scene, and it was like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? KGP, let me check this motherfucker out, because it wasn't so saturated. Because like
Right.
now it's like you go to
You turn on the sink and Wicked Shit artists falling out.
But I
Exactly,
remember, you know, their names.
they were starving for it.
There's
man.
two of them, right? There's Kurt D and Cap, KGP. There's two Dope
yeah.
and Violent J, ICP. You know, I remember
And
at
House of Crazies.
at the St. Andrews Hall show.
Mr. Bones, Hectic,
But
ROC.
no, I'm saying for KGP coming up and being called KGP, and there being two of them, I feel like it was tough because everybody felt like, oh, here comes another ICP. You know what I'm saying? And I remember being at St. Andrews Hall, and Bill told Kurt T. He said, "Doesn't KGP sound a little bit like ICP?"
Wow.
Yeah.
And what did Kurt say?
It didn't go over well. Didn't go over
Oh,
well.
they was trying to scrap?
No, it didn't go that far.
Oh,
but
you ain't trying to square up with him?
No. We were there, trying to be friends. V.
You were guests.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Were you there, Adam? Were you there? For
Yeah,
that?
I was there. Yeah,
You were there
I
for
was
that.
there. Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
You got. There's footage of that show, isn't there?
There was footage of that happening. That moment happening. Our friend had a video camera and was when we were backstage. He was recording everything on the down low.
Didn't that tape
And
end up getting
It
smashed?
got smashed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
That would have been some history right there.
Yeah, and there's some other footage on it even before that, though, of all the acts of the night hanging out, right? So you had House of Crazies, you had Eminem, you had
Is that up on
KGP,
YouTube?
You had not that tape. No,
Oh,
obviously.
because it got
the
smashed.
performances are though. I believe you can go see. I know Eminem's performance in HOK.
Yeah.
I know their performances are on YouTube.
Eminem was at the '96 Hollow Wicked.
No, this was a different
You're
show.
talking about a different. Okay.
Yeah, this was one that HOK
No, I remember. Yeah.
headlined in 97.
It was shortly
96,
thereafter,
97.
before he blew, but
Yeah, he was on I'm No Down and I'm Shifty doing that shit.
right.
Yep.
Shit, dude. That's
Yeah, but from there though, I mean, I think those two shows is what set KGP up, and
well, that's what that
and
was.
Saginaw Wicked Shit in general, or even like you said, D, because there wasn't a fucking smattering of artists out there like there are these days.
It wasn't as easy to do.
It wasn't.
couldn't
Hell
just,
no, it
You
wasn't.
couldn't just go down to the Guitar Center and get a
Fuck
little
no.
fucking rig, and then
Fuck
all of a sudden
no.
you're an artist. You know.
No,
You had to
no.
go to a studio. You had to get time. You had to know
You
somebody
had to
who knew somebody
potentially
who knew
drive,
somebody.
you know,
Needed to go?
2-3 hours
Yeah.
one way.
Yeah.
Needed to go.
Oh yeah, it was out of control, man. But
So there was only a few people
There was
willing
only a
to
few
pay their own
people,
money
and-
to go to a studio and record Wicked Shit.
But then
know
you
what I mean?
start seeing more acts from all over Michigan at these shows, like KGP,
Yep.
you know, playing
Well,
at a Detroit show. And
Can't talk about KGP without what label was that? That he was on?
Mentality, right?
Mentality. And Mentality's first act.
UNLV.
UNLV. Unholy
Man.
niggas living vital.
I had
UNLV
that tape.
first.
Huh?
Was it UNLV first?
Yeah, they came before KGP.
They did.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was
Unholy
Cat
niggas
putting it
living
out
vital.
though.
Yep.
Cat produced it.
The cover with them standing in a circle and the burning pentagram.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually the circle and start Baphomet, right? That's what it. Not the pentagram, but the Baphomet.
I thought it was a pentagram.
Pentagram. No.
I think it is. Well, we got the picture, man. I think here on one of these files that I sent.
Yeah.
I think we do.
Look for that.
Man, I think I went to school with the Dark Lord was in one class. No, Dark Lord was in my class.
There's a comedy story behind that fucking album cover that
What's the story?
you got to get Ghetto Devil on here to tell it. I wouldn't even do it justice. You got to get him on here to talk about it.
Well,
It's
if he's
comedy.
online right now, why don't he tell it on the comment
If he's
section?
online, maybe he will.
What up, Kurt? What's the story with UNLV? God damn it.
Correct us on our dates. That's it, man. Kurt will know a fucking date from the 70s and pull it out.
From
Oh
the
yeah,
70s.
that was in September 1975. That dude remembers the fuck out of dates.
There.
Oh man.
I don't.
You know,
I'm
while,
terrible
while,
with it.
while we're talking about KGP, I'm gonna show
I
you.
thought it was UNLV.
KGP UNLV.
KG.
is
All right.
kinda,
Slash UNLV.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm
bring
gonna-
in a little slideshow here. Man.
Yeah, we got pictures, we've got dates, we got you know.
That way I can scratch my balls and they won't see
I
me
lost
on
all my shit.
Facebook Live.
All right, let's see here.
If you scratch your balls, don't touch me.
All right, so
Don't fucking touch me.
here's a picture of me and Capital G drinking. This was we did Drunken Disorder. He had the show Drunken Disorder.
Oh shit, I remember that, man.
You remember that?
Yeah,
That shit was
yeah,
dope.
that
bro.
was dope.
But I was just scrolling through my photos. I just wanted to show that random pic while we were talking. Continue. Where were we at?
All right.
So we were at what? Going into UNLV now. We kind of
Yeah.
backtracked a little bit to UNLV.
Unholy niggas living vital.
These dudes were in high school, right? At Arthur Hill,
No, Saginaw High.
Saginaw High. Yeah, you're
Saginaw
right.
High.
Putting out these
What?
tapes.
I'm gonna fuck you up, man. The fuck is
What the fuck is that, V?
Well,
What
hold on,
in
first
the-
off- hold
you
on, hold
never
on,
cease
hold
to
on.
fucking amaze me, man.
They can't see that. They can't see that yet.
They
Well,
can't
you
see
should
that?
you should make it
can't
so
see-
they can.
No. What I want to know is why
For fuck's
do
sake.
you have that? Why do you have that picture? Why are you holding on to that picture?
Because it's hilarious, man. Do you remember this, people?
So
This was a bit of a little thing that went around for a while. I'm sorry, man. It was just funny. I'm sorry. Continue. Where were we
Did
at?
you show it?
I did for
All
just
right,
a short
good
time.
job.
why
Good
why,
job.
why do you have
Good
that
job.
picture? Why are you holding on to that picture?
It's because it's a piece of fucking Saginaw fucking wicked shit, V.
yeah,
Exactly.
Calm down.
Exactly.
Any excuse is better than none.
Exactly.
Saginaw fucking wicked shit, man.
Oh my God, you remember that? Oh shit. Okay.
What? The sword?
Yeah. Well, we haven't got that far yet. So, where were we?
How do we keep getting off track, man?
Because I got all
Fuck.
these pictures I'm looking through.
We're
and
supposed to
they
be
can't see
moderating
that.
this.
They can't see that.
That's exactly why
We were talking about
a format,
We have a format.
structure, and
Look, there's-
this is why, because we're
Look,
meandering.
motherfucker. Look, we're meandering because I'm looking for fun. I don't see that photo you're talking about. Okay. So look,
All right, yeah. whatever.
UNLV, where were we at?
UNLV,
That fucking shit was mind blowing back in the day,
Forever Wicked.
man.
First time I seen him perform at the Big Mike show in 94. Me and James had plans to go to the show to go see Big Mike, and then seen him open up, and they had a crowd going too, throwing the horns up, and then right after UNLV, keeping them with the theme of the Saginaw Wicked Shit, Bone was up after them. They tore that show apart. A lot of fighting up there
You know
too.
what? I never saw him play live, man.
Who, Bone?
Never. Bone and UNLV.
Saw him live.
Never
back
once.
94.
I saw Mac rap the lyrics live back in the day, but wasn't at a show. It was at like a bonfire we were at.
Yeah, UNLV held that crowd. Bone held that crowd. I missed that scene back there because it was pure wicked shit. It wasn't I
was.
said earlier. You turn on a tap.
There
man.
wasn't the smattering of artists out there, and you know
The
what?
juggalitis.
I'm sorry, because I know we all know them, and I'm just fucking sorry.
No,
man. But
everybody's a chopper now. Chopper Wicked.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
don't
but
even-
the
they don't sound
problem
wicked
is they
no
can't
more.
actually chop though. A lot of these
Some
choppers.
of them can, and
Some of them can, and if you can do it,
Yeah, matter of fact,
More power
hats
to you.
off to you. But
I-
if you're
I-
out there doing it and you sound like some,
Yeah, matter of fact, Minnesota was
Yeah.
talking about that in a post earlier too. The thoughts of chopping, and my thoughts is everybody shouldn't be doing it. Not that some people can't do it because sometimes sound good, but if every song is just somebody chopping and there's no substance to it, why? You turn on one song, next song, next song.
The thing is, it's all about
Why?
what you're into, right? Some
Well,
people,
that's true.
I like lyrics. Some people like just people that chop and rap fast. You know,
Yeah, because they're at a party getting high and they don't give a fuck what they're saying.
More power to 'em. I don't
me, I'm all about the lyrics and the content and like telling a story and like
for sure.
Like having a point to what you're saying or doing something in an inventive way, telling a good joke and like making it come together.
Speaking of chopping, I think that'll segue into Hassan later on. Another legacy of the wicked shit in Saginaw.
When did he come about? Like that's
a really good question. It's early. It's early.
I don't
but
remember him early on. I remember him like after he hooked up with Ghetto Devil.
Oh no, shit! Cause I remember when I first met Bedlam. When I was working at Aladdin's Castle, this guy right here and Prozac came into the store. They was up there handing out flyers
Yep.
and trying to get away from the mall security. So me being who I am and looking out for
Well,
people.
we went to the
I let
to
y'all out
Aladdin's
the back.
Castle and gave you a flyer.
Yeah, and then
And you were
security-
like, oh, Bedlam.
I know these motherfuckers.
You were like, you must be Staples, and you must be Prozac. We're like, holy shit, this dude knows who we are. Yeah. We're like, oh man, well, can you hide? The security's trying to kick us
yeah,
out.
let y'all out the back.
Yep, let us out the back. That's how we met V. That's how we met V. What, 2 years later? Not even. We're
not
Ghetto
even
Records.
No, it's the same year.
Same year we're at Ghetto Records. Yeah.
No, actually, no, a year later because I got fired in 2000. I'm not gonna get behind the details behind that, but
So
I
a
got
year
fired. Year later, yep.
Yeah.
So that was Chemical One era, right?
We already
Chemical
done
One
Chemical One.
They were promoting it.
Yep. We were
And
just putting flyers out there.
Hassan did the same thing too. Came up to Aladdin's Castle, gave me a flyer. I'm like, Hassan the Sinister, huh? All right. Got some music on you. He ain't had no music on him. I was like, all right, I'll check it out. And that was a pretty deep scene back then. It wasn't oversaturated like now.
How do you remember that, man? Because you know what, man? People always be like, hey, here's my music check. And like, it's hard to remember everybody.
Wow, just crazy zone. He said Hassan the Sinister's first tape was 97, maybe 96. Same time. Shit. I can't really.
That's gotta be right. That's gotta be right.
Stir Crazy. Do you remember what it was called? I don't remember what the first one was.
And speaking of 90, I seriously got hit up James and tell him to get up in here. But speaking of 96, 97, that was when it dropped the first V Sinizter related thing. It was
oh, here he goes promoting himself.
Hey, it's Saginaw.
On that note, we're gonna take a break.
Hold on. Now we get to talk about the introduction of Bedlam, but
No, we're gonna have the whole second half is gonna be Bedlam V.
The whole second half.
So you got about 10 minutes.
How about 5? Because
you can have 5.
Pretty short. Oh shit! All about the North. That had the first iteration.
He's like, all right.
First iteration of Murder the World on there, and that shit sounded.
Do you
horrible.
have that tonight? We can play it.
No.
Fuck, no, the CD is
the
CD is messed up. I got it on
The one remaining copy.
No, there's actually probably 10
That's
copies in
fucked.
existence. 10 copies in existence. I sold them all in Kansas. James held on to one. The problem was back then, CDs now you could probably burn. Well, if you still use them, if you still use CDs, you could burn them in less than 2 minutes or so. But no, back then it took maybe a half hour to an hour to burn one CD. And that was the problem. We was
Back in the day?
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, it would take a while.
97,
You'd
so
sit there and listen to it. Buffer for fucking 10 minutes. We used to go one by one too, and them cocksuckers and print them out.
Yeah, that's
one
why
by
we only
one.
had 10 copies of All About the North with the first iteration of Murder the World. And that's when I made a phone call to Psychopathic Records while I was in the hospital while I was having my first child. And freestyle Murder the World over
You
the
did
phone.
not, V.
Yes, I did.
How'd that go?
Well, I didn't get signed back there, so I'm sitting here with you now. There you go. That's how it went.
Oh, you wouldn't be sitting here with us right now if you got signed. That's all
Right. Yeah, he'd
Shit.
be like, fuck,
It-
I wouldn't be
that's
sitting with you
motherfucker.
retards.
Man,
Oh, shit, I
it
can't.
all-
You're not supposed to say that word on the air, are you?
Yeah, it's not politically correct.
The R word.
We could say it.
Yeah, he said that.
V said it.
He
So
said that.
I just want to address a couple things in the comments here. So Stir Crazy pointed out that his first tape was called Mob. Thank you for that.
As long as he avoids talking about kittens and kingdoms. No, the kingdom is falling, but the I'm too old for kittens now.
Yeah.
I'm
Shout
sure-
out the Best Friend Show podcast, our sister show. And
It was called Mob. Hassan the Sinister.
yeah, that's what I just said.
I didn't hear you.
Okay.
Well, my
pay
bad.
attention, man.
Jesus Christ, he's all wrapped up in his own fucking world.
He was like, why aren't they talking about
Fuck
me
you
anymore?
and fuck you.
His own goddamn promotional fucking world right
Promotion.
now.
Man, I'm the one
Okay.
sitting up there bringing up all these other people because somebody didn't want to do a format.
Just so you know-
somebody want to make a format to follow.
Why you? Hey,
Just so you know, Defekt charges fucking $10 a viewer. So you owe him $200 right now.
Who?
You.
do we have to
How the
wait viewers?
fuck
Holy shit. Shout out to everybody
The
watching.
math is right? 10 times 20.
Yeah.
X equals Y.
All right.
X
So,
equals Y?
let's reel it back a little bit.
Y divided by Z.
Where were we? We were talking about
Hassan,
Hassan.
the motherfucking Sinister.
Okay, he put out Mob,
One Sinister.
and then in that same era, you had Necrology, you had Simkin Heights was doing their thing out in Lansing. But what was the next big turning point after Necrology?
After
I
Necrology.
feel like the next big turning point was Chemical Imbalances Volume 1.
Yeah.
I think so.
Because that
The Wicked Shit game for sure.
Chemical Imbalances, Volume 2.
Dude, that
when we make
I won't stop short of saying that album changed my life.
All right.
It changed mine too. I became a celebrity over fucking night.
You did.
I couldn't go anywhere.
Look.
Me and Kurt D had to goddamn have security.
You ain't do shit for me.
I
No, I didn't do.
kidding.
I remember there was a show you guys did in Bay City back in the early days.
Yep.
What the fuck venue was that? It doesn't. I don't think it exists anymore.
Fuck yeah.
It
No,
was
it's
with
still
Eshawn.
there.
Empire.
The Empire Theater.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It's still there.
I went there and Prozac was handing out flyers and shit, and I said something.
V's about
him,
to
and he's
start
like,
lifting weights. Next up, V's ad for personal training.
Oh man,
Yeah, that's coming.
it's coming.
Hey, you fat fuck! Sitting there watching us. You look like you could lose a few fucking 100 pounds. You fat food-eating cocksucker. Get on V Sinister's fitness fantasy now and let me give you a name like Maximum Cock Destruction. Sorry, reel us back, D. Reel us back. I'm sorry.
What
I'm
the fuck
sorry.
was
I'm
I
sorry.
saying? Okay, we were talking about the Empire nightclub show.
Yeah.
And Prozac was out there talking to fans and shit, and no, he was talking to like some ladies, I think he was. And I said something to him.
Probably.
I said, "What's up, man?" You know, and he's like, "What? You know who I am?" I'm like, "You're Prozac." He was baffled that I knew who he was.
Celebrities we were.
Apparently, I just remember that I was.
Not anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Not anymore.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, all I was saying is I remember going to that show and I was front row, and I knew all the words, and that was the early days, man.
That was the first time you were introduced to Bedlam.
That was the first time I seen you guys live.
Okay.
Jade, my friend Jade, had already got me on the Bedlam bandwagon. I went to the Saginaw.
And you creamed yourself?
What was the name of that record store in Saginaw? Not Records and Tapes Galore, but
Ray's Records and Tapes?
Bills.
No. It was on Bay Road.
Harmony House.
No.
Not Harmony House.
The CD exchange.
CD Exchange.
Well, I don't know.
That used to be right by Olive Garden.
I don't remember. It was kind of close to where that music store was.
Yep, it was right in front of it.
So I went in there and they had on a spindle. They had the original Chemical Imbalances Volume 1.
on a
like,
spindle.
It was
Had to burn spindles.
legit.
Yo,
Dude,
with the
they
pentagram on
sold
the
it.
CD.
We dropped them off. Yeah.
They sold them off a spindle, dude. It's like it's probably the rarest.
It is.
That
And
little
You
CD.
still have
mine
it.
got ran over
still
by a
fucking
bus.
have
I know, you bastard.
I could run upstairs right now and grab that motherfucker.
mine got
Actually,
that
we're at the
motherfucker
school.
is
What am I
rare.
talking about?
Yeah, mine got
That
ran over
shit
by a
is
bus
rare.
at work.
It's the
Damn,
rarest
that
of the rare.
sucks.
Yeah, I know. Dude didn't pay for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we give it away on the show tonight?
You're out of your goddamn mind, dude. Like, that's one of the rarest CDs I've got, man.
I mean, as in to me.
No.
Ah, fuck.
Is that 99 or 00? Meet Bedlam.
And
at
honestly,
Wild Frog.
my opinion, that was the best version. That was before
What, Chemical One?
that was
The,
the best version of the Chemical One.
Right.
Because it didn't. They started. You started adding
Well,
shit.
we put on. We added. You think you know pain, but you don't know the.
We gotta
game.
play that tonight.
Wicked shit for life. Yeah, we do need to play that tonight. You got it, don't you?
Oh fuck yeah, I got.
Well, you got the fucking goddamn CD. You should play it off the original. Nope, it's not on there. Motherfucker.
Yeah, your fault.
Okay, so Bedlam hit the scene,
Yep.
and it was my opinion that they were gonna be the next ICP. At the time, that was my opinion. I thought I thought they were gonna go off and fucking become the next big thing in the Wicked Shit.
We're gonna be the next Bedlam.
No, what I mean by that is you guys were gonna be the next one to make a fucking empire out of it. You know,
Bedlamites rise.
I thought it was possible, man. I truly did. I still think it would have been.
You know, it's
possible.
tough, man, because I feel like for a group to have that special sauce, that fucking everybody brings the right ingredient in, and if
Best
it's
Friends Show podcast
if
says
it's
I
3
did
of
too.
you or if it's 10 of you, I don't care how
Play
many.
the 7 Horsemen. Is that what you're talking about?
Normally, when that happens, man, it's also a very combative situation. But that's when the best music gets made, in my book.
It depends on what you're combating about.
Well, you were there for Chemical too.
Yeah.
You saw how that shit went. But that's a badass album. That is a badass album. We had cops in the motherfucking studio.
Chainsaw, smoke.
Yeah, all kinds. It was an adventure every day. Every day.
Robert Reticulum says he wants 7 Horsemen. Is that how you say your name, Reticulum?
Reticulitis.
No, that's Robert Reticulum. That's what.
man.
Yeah, Reticulum. It sounds like a medical procedure.
All right, look.
It's funny, man, when you see all these names on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because I've seen that name. I know Robert.
I remember.
But you
the
never think
Newport
about how to
edition.
pronounce his name until, V's around and trying to do it.
Like reticulum, curriculum.
So look, we're kind of veered off a little bit. Let me.
All right, Bedlam. Back to
let-
Bedlam.
Okay.
Wait. What I was gonna say is, let's play that off the streets of Saginaw, that Bone Scandalous track.
Can I run and go
piss?
piss real quick?
Once I play the track,
We're going to
you
take a
can.
break, you fuck.
We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna come back.
Fuck you and fuck you.
We're gonna take a little break. We're gonna come back, and then maybe a little bit we'll take some calls. We haven't even touched everything yet. We still have.
So,
I gotta
because
give
you
a-
can't stay on.
Just a quick background on this track, though, before you play it.
Okay.
I just want to mention how I found this track. I was with Kurt D. We were over on the east side, holiday party store, I believe.
Buying crack.
No, we were actually buying music, which was like crack at the time.
Buying crack.
But we ran across this dude that was selling crack, and we were like, oh, fuck. He's also selling tapes out of his trunk. And it was fucking Bone, and it was this track
Bone
that
Scandalous.
we're about to play right now, and it fucking blew our minds, blew my mind for sure.
So here's the thing about it is that you played this for me today. I'd never heard it.
You never heard it?
I'm not gonna front. I wasn't. Hip
That's a
to it.
shame.
But when I heard it, I'm thinking, oh my
Ag
god,
Faye.
this what?
You ag fay. Being PC. Yeah. Continue.
All right. So look, what I was gonna say is I heard it and like the recording quality isn't very good. You know, the beat's
It's
kind of
raw,
like
man.
raw.
It's raw.
That's-
It's out of the fucking gutter. It's out of the basement. So
Yes.
for the listeners, how many do we have?
20.
20.
All 20 of you motherfuckers better appreciate this shit. If you don't,
Fuck
there's
y'all.
something wrong. There's something wrong. Because this shit is
Raw.
fuck.
That was a long
It was
That
a long
shit was
song.
long. That was long. But there's some there's
history
a
there.
story behind that too.
Yeah.
Word on the street is
Well, it took him 24 hours to record that to make a 7-minute song.
that's also the word too.
You serious?
But the word did you ever hear the word on the street about that song, V?
No idea.
Damien?
What's the word on the street?
Word on the street is that inspired Tupac to write Dear Mama. No joke.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
That's a.
And this dude's from Saginaw.
Yep.
What's the history behind that?
I don't know. I didn't write it, but that's what I'm saying. The word on the street was.
Was that inspired Tupac to write Dear Mama?
Yep.
When did the song drop?
Man, I don't know. Is there a date on that track? Might be a date on it.
I don't have that in front of me now.
Huh.
It says today's date.
I mean, we can fact check it, V, if you want. We can fucking fact check everything we're saying here tonight, and I guarantee you that everything I'm saying is 100 fucking % right.
The beginning of Saginaw.
I don't
Wicked
care
Shit
if you can
probably
kick my
flies
ass,
under-
dude.
Huh?
I don't care if you can kick my ass. I'm just
Well,
saying.
you being a little aggressive, ain't you? What's going on?
A little bit. I had a few
Little-
of these blue moons in me. You never know. Oh shit.
Oh man.
All right, so we were talking about Bedlam. What was? We were talking about Chemical One being the next big turning point. What do you think was the next turning point after that?
There really wasn't any.
I think it was Prozac signing with Strange.
Yeah, but you
Now
know,
probably Prozac hooking up with Mike Clark first before signing with Strange.
I would agree with
Yeah,
that.
Project
Yeah.
Deadman.
Yeah, that was probably even more so than the Strange.
Well, Project Deadman came out on Strange.
Oh, well, then that album.
I just realized something. We jumped right over from Chemical One to Prozac hooking up with Mike Clark, and there's a big gap in between.
Well, there's Chemical 2, but that goes without
There's
saying.
Look at me.
You already know what I'm finna say. He already know. He know.
I do already know.
Okay. I'm talking about major point. Like, we're running out of time.
You
I'm
had
talking
your
about,
5
now
minutes.
now
V.
we running out.
You had your 5 minutes, man.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
just fucking with you.
No, what were you gonna say, man?
No. What was you finna say?
No, go ahead.
We were gonna say that
No, he's right. He's actually right.
there is a huge piece that's missing.
There's a couple big pieces there.
Yeah,
actually.
there is.
All right. What's the couple big pieces?
Well, the first one is you did your thing, and you.
Well, no, even before that.
But even before that-
let's just say chemical 2. Let's start with chemical 2.
Okay, Chemical
because
2.
that was a.
I guess I was gonna brush past that. Just
V
because,
V
the
was
no,
but
reason
it's important. It's important.
The reason I say that is because if it wasn't for Chemical 2, it probably wouldn't be a V. I probably wouldn't even known you. I already knew him already, but I wouldn't even known you to some degree if it wasn't for Chemical 2. And the reason I say that is because how V Sinizter came about, because it was around 2001, mid 2001 going to late 2001. I got kicked off of Ghetto Records. Yep, no, 3 artists got kicked off of Ghetto Records. That's when Lethal Legacy came to an end. And Kurt D again. So for those who love me or hate me, you can thank Kurt D for that, and this is how. Kurt D called me up in the winter of 2001. Yeah, Wicked 101. Kurt D.
No, I was talking about like you can see right through him, dude.
That's why I'm taking it off.
He's a ghost or something, man. Like,
Skull Mask. He's Deathbreaker. Anyway, Kurt D gave me a ring at the winter of 2001. Come do a show. I guess open up, be the curtain jerker for the show. I'm like, fuck it, all right, because I thought I was going hang it all up and not do any more music and what have you. Because I was like, hey, I'm satisfied with Lethal Legacy. I want to move on to something else and what have you. Kurt D gave me a call, said, V, do you want to open up for us? And I was like, all right, yeah, cool, all right. So went and did the show, and I didn't think I was going to get any kind of response at all, anything. And all I had was Murder the World from All About the North, released in 97. And a song I did that was unreleased on the Lethal Legacy, The World Awaits track called Disturbing Behavior. Only had those 2 tracks. And Silent Hill X. Only had 3 tracks to perform. I was the curtain jerker, and then Tornadic Priest.
Why do you keep saying curtain jerker, man?
Because I was the first person
Fuck.
to open the show. You know, the person that jerks the curtain open for the show.
I get it,
I've
man.
never
I
heard that
fucking get
before.
it, but goddamn.
All right.
I've never
You
heard
dropped
that
it
before.
twice now.
I was a CJ. And I performed the song and got a pretty good response from Murder the World and Silent Hill X. Some people was asking me, did I have any music or what have you? I'm like, no, I didn't have any music. I didn't really think that it was that good enough to have any music. What the Staplez Strip Show, Boss Niggas. Oh, yeah, well, now I don't know. Boss Niggas wasn't really wicked shit per se, but yeah, Boss Niggas, shout out Sunnyside. Anyway, I try to keep it short so it can get going because I know we're running out of time.
What is that?
Staplez Strip Show.
Yeah.
Dude wants to see you strip. I'm
Oh,
telling
'cause
you.
No.
Wait,
leave it
oh,
out.
a dude said that?
This is PG-13, okay?
Yeah.
Staplez Strip Show. Anyway, after getting a little response I did at the show, I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to put Morningstar Sins of an Angel together because I already, when we was in the mid to late 90s, I already planned out. I'm pretty sure y'all did the same when y'all was at the doing solos and stuff. Y'all had this big grandiose thing of being a superstar solo artist and already had probably 5-10 albums planned out. This is where this is where the books came from. I already had 5 of them planned out back in 97, 98 when I first took on the name Sinizter. And thanks to Kurt D, thank you very much, Kurt. If it wasn't for Kurt D, there wouldn't be no V Sinizter performing because
There wouldn't be no Staples performing.
Yeah, I was about to hang it up in 2001. Like, that's it. I'm done with rap. Time to find something else. But since I got a good response, I hooked up with my boy Dantastic. Shout out to Dantastic, Fantastic Mac. The first OG hype man before that guy over there. I can't say hype man. I'll just say tandem. First part of the V tandem before that guy over there. Dantastic, Fantastic Mac. We went to Ghetto Records to record Sins of an Angel. He put up half of the money. I put up half of the money to record it, and the rest is history from there.
Wait a minute, where do I fall into this hype man tandem ranking?
You gotta do a few more shows.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
see,
All right.
Dantastic did more than you, and yeah, that's like
I did more than Dantastic, I would think.
that's an understatement. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
But we did some big shit together though, man. We did.
Yeah, we did.
We did the gatherings together.
Gatherings, Tech Nine.
Main stage of the gathering. We did.
Oh,
we
man.
opened for Tech Nine. We opened for Ludacris.
Let's not talk. Let's not.
Hey
talk
man,
about
it's worth discussing. We were making moves, man.
he made a move.
That
at
is
the
moves.
Ludacris.
That
oh,
is
oh yeah,
moves.
yeah. You're right because
V
no,
was
we-
making big moves though.
Yeah,
Around this time
2005,
that you're
yeah.
talking about, man. Right, well, maybe not. Yeah, well,
No,
even in
2005.
2005. But I'm sorry, you were going. I'm just saying where you were at. You were making some big moves, man, at the time.
Yeah, 2005. And unfortunately, one of the big moves that would have changed the landscape of a lot of shit got halted. But go watch the other show. I'm not gonna get into it here. I'm not gonna get into it here.
So
moving along.
But you know, but we were brushing elbows with everybody.
Some big people.
Dude, in 2003, we walked off stage at the Gathering main stage after headlining, and we
man.
walked right past Dark Lotus as they walked on stage.
Man.
Or no, I'm sorry, it was Psychopathic Riders, wasn't it?
Did you guys
Oh,
high
you talking
five?
about high five.
Yeah.
No, but
You didn't high five Dark Lotus on the way out?
No,
No.
Psychopathic Riders.
Like Maverick and Goose and Top Gun.
But look, the point is, V was out there. He was a big part of the story of Saginaw Wicked Shit.
Fuck yeah.
Because he won the
Gathering.
he won the Gathering contest in 2002.
Yeah.
He won a 1-album deal with Psychopathic.
Which
Wah, 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 wah.
yeah. However,
But look, that album, that was important, man, because it helped
Yeah.
put Saginaw back on the map at the time.
yeah, it did.
Correct me if I'm wrong, because that was before Prozac went off and signed with
Yeah.
Strange.
That was yeah.
That was like, oh shit, okay, there's something going on in
Yeah,
Saginaw.
I had the newspaper article, but my ex-girlfriend, me and her got into an argument. She ripped up the article, and I was like, "You bitch!"
Damn. I remember the article, V. I
Yeah.
saved it.
And I think my mom had a copy, but it burned down in the house when she was living in Detroit, and
It's like
Yeah.
it never happened.
But okay,
it
so
happened. But I don't have no proof.
so after that, you know, the fall from grace, so to speak.
Yeah.
Bedlam.
Oh yeah, G. Pierce and J. Bone. Go ahead, keep going.
Bedlam eventually split up. It was Prozac
Dissolved.
and Madness, and not Prozac and Staplez. Do you want to touch on that, or should we move past that, Staplez?
It was Madison and Prozac, right?
Because that's an important point of the Saginaw story. I mean,
Yeah,
it really
for
was.
sure, for
Because
sure.
you went kind of went into the shadows, and Madness and Prozac did their thing for a minute, and then eventually Prozac. Let's be honest. Biggest success story of Saginaw Wicked Shit. We can't.
I call a spade a
100%.
We can't. We
100%.
can't like not acknowledge
and
that.
very deserving of it.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not a hater at all. Hey, I don't hate on nobody. Prozac did his thing.
How about this one?
There you go. Okay. I don't have a crowd cheering, but okay.
Yeah, biggest bar none and by far in Saginaw Wicked Shit, Prozac.
Yeah, you gotta give it up.
Bar none.
He took fucking hot dogs and that dude made caviar. I think that's the best way to sum it up.
Yeah.
And not saying that the music is hot dogs, because it's nothing like that. It's the
his hustle was strong.
it's what's
his grind was
available,
100%.
right? It's the cards that you're dealt with, man. When you're dealt hot dogs and you can somehow turn it into caviar, man, you're doing everything right. He did well deserving.
Yeah,
for sure.
he hooked up with Mike Clark in 2004, 2005. Yeah, hooked up,
something like that.
Yeah, because I remember when he brought a demo with him and Dayton Family, and the ROC was supposed to be on that one track. What was it? Fuck, I can't think of that because Mike Clark did a remix to it. It was Access Denied. I remember I heard the original with ROC.
The original at ROC, yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
That's
yeah,
the original shit.
That's true.
Hey, no hate on Mike Clark. Mike Clark, he that dude and what have you.
But you know what?
But-
There's actually a sampler. I should find that.
I got the sampler.
I got it on
somewhere.
here.
Oh, you got it in there?
I got it somewhere.
Yeah,
I'd have to look for it, but on the sampler, there was part of the ROC verse, right?
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, the ROC version of Access Denied should have kept that.
I want to hear it, man.
That shit was dope. I was like, what the man? The beat sounds like some Decepticon Transformer robotic wicked shit. And ROC just coming in there just doing his thing. I was like, damn, that shit hot as hell.
The self-inflicted sampler. How long is this? 6 minutes?
I
don't know. There's a bunch of shit on there, but I think that's the right one, isn't it?
Self-inflicted sample, I think so. And that was one where, Prozac shared a story where he said that Mike Clark wanted to cut the Dayton Family track and remix that, but G Pierce, shout out to G Pierce, George, that's my brother, right?
How in the fuck did we not bring him up yet?
What, G Pierce?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Detroit,
damn.
Detroit had Mike Clark and Saginaw had G Pierce, George Pierce. That's family right there. George Pierce, that dude. And I guess Mike Clark wanted to replace G Pierce version of what's the name of that Dayton Family track?
Fuck, man. I got it right here.
Body Bags. He wanted to replace Body Bags, and Prozac wasn't having it. Not only because he probably paid out the ass for a G Pierce track, but G Pierce is dope ass producer. I mean, let me see if I can name some of the accolades that G Pierce did. He did for Dangerous Minds soundtrack, for Family Matters TV show. He did a lot of shit.
He was the Saginaw Mikey Clark.
Yeah,
of the day for sure. That was well said. V.
G Pierce.
Yep.
I know James go get mad because I ain't shot. Hey, James, James got his hands in some wicked shit too. He do
for sure.
Yeah, James, man, I can't.
I mean, you and him were volume 2. I mean, we kind of skipped over that too. About we kind of got into Kurt D and bringing you on, but what? You also brought us V. I mean. Yeah. We have some viewers, right, and they can disagree with me with what I'm about to say, but I feel like Volume 2 was one of the albums in the Wicked Shit. I mean, that will go down in the top 10.
AOKR.
Fuck yeah. I mean, that shit will go in the top 10 for sure, right? But it would have never have happened. It wouldn't have happened.
And James did
without this dude right here.
But yet.
Yeah,
I mean, he ushered us. He opened the door for us at Ghetto Records to make that album, and, and it was great music.
But I thought
whatever ensued after the making of the album, fuck it, who cares?
I don't have nothing to do with that. But
I don't either.
Hey.
But
yeah, I had my hands in Chemical 2 and had my hands in Shock Treatment 2. Though I'm not credited, but yeah.
With producer James Flowers.
I'll credit you right now. That shit was produced by this dude.
Produced by James. Okay. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You were too busy lifting weights, V, the whole time. Fuck that. He don't get no credit. All he did was lift weights the whole goddamn time.
Shit.
Do you remember when we wrestled up in the studio, V?
Oh, yeah, I remember
and I
that.
whooped your ass?
No, you didn't whoop my ass. Shit. No, I wrestled you and that nigga Tay. Dude didn't go down, and you didn't go down easily either.
That's it. You took me, V, but it wasn't easy, was it?
Oh, it wasn't.
Like, fuck this
He's a scrapper.
He'll scrap.
Like, he's a little guy.
That's
but,
what I said.
He gets in there and he
told V, you might get me, but it ain't gonna be easy.
Oh no, hey, he a scrapper. He didn't make it easy at all. Man. But continuing on, like I said, everything is all interconnected. It is weird how who brought who in? Did Kurt bring KGP in, or KGP brought Kurt?
KGP brought Kurt in.
That's a good debate.
Yeah, Saginaw Wicked Shit.
That's a good debate. No, because he did, right? Well, KGP had the tools, right?
Yeah.
Back to the whole, not everybody had a studio, right?
Rematch now.
And KGP had the tools, but Kurt D, I believe, and this is a topic for another show, right?
So KGP
had the vision.
KGP
and had
was the body
creativity.
and Kurt was the mind. Is that fair to say? KGP was the body and Kurt was the mind?
Maybe KGP was the mind, but Kurt D was the heart.
It was the heart.
That's kind of more the way I look at it. Now I could be very wrong, but
yeah,
I feel like he had the tools, and by no means am I saying KGP was just on the sidelines or Cat, because we know that wasn't the case either. But I feel like that was the driving force in the group. You know what I mean? I don't know if KGP would have ever been KGP without Kurt D.
Yeah,
I believe
crazy
no.
How Kurt has his hands in a whole lot of shit. Like Kurt has his hands in KGP.
All kinds of shit, man.
Bedlam.
Shit that's big now. You know what I mean? Shit that's that's making fucking millions of dollars. I remember when Eminem told Kurt D, "Oh, that's dope. You guys come out on stage with the chainsaw. That shit's dope." Well, guess what happened? Like 7-8 years later on tour, Eminem
comes out with a
chainsaw. You know what I mean? And
with the hockey mask too.
Yeah, with the hockey mask.
With the hockey mask and chainsaw. Kurt and HOK.
Yep. And he was at those shows, man, around the time, when the second generation HOK.
And here's the thing, though. He got away with it because it was just some Saginaw shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't in the mainstream.
No, it wasn't mainstream at all. It was.
He got away with doing that, and
it was looked at like, holy shit, this dude's coming on stage. When we used to go in little tiny venues with 20 people and run through that bitch with the chainsaw.
Yeah. And there'd be no ventilation, and you just have.
It'd be all fuming. We rigged up back in the early days, like even, I don't know, probably while we were recording Volume 1, we rigged up Kurt's chainsaw with fucking sparks, so it shot sparks.
Yeah.
And when you hit the oil button, it would fucking shoot blood.
And I just thought about something. Would it be a fair assessment to say...
Who's doing that at the time? You know what I mean?
Nobody.
It was awesome.
Would it be a fair assessment to say, as ICP and Esham are like the Godfather and the Godfathers of the wicked shit in Detroit, that Kurt D and Mac the Jack would be the Godfathers of... Well, more so, Kurt D would be the Godfather of wicked shit in Saginaw.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. I don't know who else.
Kurt D had his hands in everything.
Oh yeah.
Let's run down the accomplishments. Kurt D, I work. Hey, I was about to get to it. Kurt, give me a chance to let me get to it. Kurt, I was about to run down.
I just saw his message. It says, "I worked for Esham in the 90s."
Don't worry, Kurt. I got you, Kurt. I was about to run down your accomplishments. Let's look at it. He did the artwork for Judgment Day Volume 1 and Volume 2.
Right there is
the
like
artwork. For the Godfather of the wicked shit, Kurt D did the artwork. He even got a shout out from Esham for that too.
Yeah,
he did the artwork for that. Kurt D had his hands in KGP and I said it earlier that KGP, I mean, you could probably debate about it and talk about flatliners with USA under Satan's authority or whatever and everything, but that was kind of a different aspect of the Wicked Shit, more, like I said, more street sounding, whereas KGP was the one, if it wasn't for KGP, it wouldn't be no, that one guy from Albuquerque, New Mexico, Sick-Tanic, my bad, Sick-Tanic, no Sick-Tanic, no Cannibalistic, it wouldn't be that, say, the deeply rooted sacrilegious satanic sound if it wasn't for KGP. And Kurt D had his hands in that. Kurt D had his hands in I remember the original Bedlam lineup too.
Me too.
Before Prozac.
Before me.
Tornadic Priest and
Roddy Monroe.
Roddy Monroe, Tornadic Priest, and Kurt D had his hands in Bedlam. He's the OG originator of Bedlam.
Yep.
And like I said,
didn't he like teach you guys how to rap?
Yeah, he sat down with me and Prozac and taught us.
Yeah.
What a measure is. I mean, that's how fucking early that was.
Yeah.
Right.
Kurt D was behind that and continuing on. even though I got my start in the Wicked Shit early on, like I said, I was about to end it in 2001, call it quits. It was all over with. Kurt D again. If it wasn't for that call from Kurt D, letting me come open up for Bedlam and getting a response, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. I'd probably be doing cartoons or something right now, like I'm doing right now.
Okay, so let's push forward. So Prozac. Left.
That's
Staplez
the last thing too. If it wasn't for Kurt D, I don't even think it's arguable at this point, because Bedlam was the platform that helped Prozac get out there to connect with Mike Clark, which led to
no doubt.
Strange Music. Kurt D again.
No doubt. No doubt about that. I mean, I'm
saying it right now. Kurt D is the godfather of Saginaw Wicked Shit. There's two. It's a dichotomy of the music scene in Saginaw early on. It was a hardcore street shit, and it was the Wicked Shit. Kurt D, Mac the Jacker, and Kurt D.
Right.
Oh, and he also said he worked for Eshawn from 90 to 94. Kurt D, Saginaw.
Right. Oh, if Saginaw Wicked Shit was a tree, we would be, there'd be a lot of leaves and fucking branches and a lot of, where your brother's at V and where you went off to, or Bedlam went off to. Yeah. At the roots of that tree, I was gonna say root. At the fucking roots of that tree is Kurt D.
Yeah.
If we're talking about Saginaw, I mean,
Saginaw Wicked Shit, Kurt D is the tree. And everything the roots.
Like root beer.
Oh, he part of the tree too.
For sure.
Yeah, Kurt, he's on the... because they break, like I said, from Kurt, KGP, Bedlam, and like I said, I'm part of that root too. If it wasn't for that phone call, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Right. It just took that one phone call and it led off and everything else. And like I said, the whole satanic, sacrilegious style of Wicked Shit came through KGP, but grew his foothold from Kurt D.
So, like I said, let's move forward, and we got
Prozac.
Prozac. Yeah, he did Project Deadman, and he went on to Strange Music, and that story speaks for itself. Like everybody really, we don't really have to dive into that. But,
because y'all already know.
We already know.
Yeah.
But what do you think, other than Prozac, that came after that era of 2004, 2005? What do you think? What do you think, other than Prozac? What do you think was the biggest shit happening in Saginaw? Anything? Is there anything that
after
2000? That,
it would depend. It depends.
Rap wise.
See,
well, you know what? You had a Stray. Going to Shady.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
but that wasn't really Wicked Shit. He was kind of part of that scene a little bit.
Right. We're opening up the scope a little bit to put him in there, but it was significant. I felt like in my book.
If you ever do a show on it, the whole history and everything, then we can include everybody except garbage rappers.
But is there anything we haven't touched on that happened after Prozac?
After Prozac, I think Prozac is the pinnacle right now.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Right. Well, no. If we're talking about 2004, let's gloss over that. Like I said, there's a history, but you already know. We don't gotta. You know. Yeah. Let's.
So
From Prozac.
Okay, so with that, should we just open up the phone lines then? I mean,
Let's do it.
We've talked about the '90s. We've covered before with the hardcore hip hop. We've talked about that a little bit. We talked about KGP. We talked about Bedlam.
Kurt D
we
is the
talked
biggest
about UNLV.
thing that happened in
talked
Saginaw.
about Kurt D. We talked about.
Agreed.
We talked about Prozac. Moving on. Is there anything we haven't touched on that needs to be touched on?
Did we go deep?
The only thing I don't think we've touched on is the fan perspective of all this. Not
Okay.
well,
So
maybe not we're fans, right? But I mean the viewers, the listeners.
What's that
so
number?
we're
The number is 734-430-0549.
They can see it, man.
They can see it.
You don't have to read it for them.
Or no, he probably.
In case
no,
you missed it.
Well,
It's
no,
734
because the dude Tim Hawley
in parentheses.
Tim Hawley is what's that number?
430
Tim Hawley
hyphen.
is asking what's that number. So I see he probably asking Kurt that. What is that? Hey Kurt, what is that number?
And he answered, guy. Whoa. He answered.
What was that number again?
No, it's
734 in parentheses 430 with a hyphen 0549. Oh fuck, we got a caller already. God damn it, D, answer the phone.
I'm gonna answer the phone. Oh shit! What's your name? Where you coming from?
Motherfucker, this Bad Mind. What up?
Bad mind in the
What's going on, bro?
house.
Bad Mind.
Do you mute my mic? Oh no.
Sins of an Angel.
Mike's on.
The hidden track that wasn't hidden.
So
This dude actually has a pretty good hand in the Saginaw Wicked Shit too,
Yeah,
right?
you do.
From afar.
Yep.
Bad Mind, you've been watching the show, right?
From far. Not too far, but
Not too far.
Fucking all that shit in Michigan always, that's some of my biggest influences.
Michigan
of
Wicked
doing wicked
Shit.
shit because
Yeah.
I'm right there on the border in Indiana, so all that shit kind of started trickling down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what'd you think of the show so far, man? You think we missed anything?
A big mess.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
said.
not good.
Jesus.
That's not good. Well,
Let me just cut him off right now.
They did not want to do a format. I want to do a format, follow a script. There you go.
It was
Therefore-
really that bad.
No, I think it's pretty much covered. You know what I mean? For the most
thought
part,
so, too.
there ain't nothing I could really think of. You know?
there's so much more actually.
There
but
really
there's
is.
no way we'd ever cover in 2 hours. But
Oh, yeah,
It's just too many
impossible
nuances to
do,
it.
man. There's so much fucking shit, man. You guys be sitting here for the next fucking 5 hours.
right.
We might go over. It's possible.
Yeah, I'll take up 3 of those hours.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He's a bit long-winded. So is there anything you want to add to the conversation, Keith? You want to
Hey,
add?
I'll admit that.
I think I know where we were going with what's happening next and new shit. Maybe this is jumping way ahead, but Keith and I got
Well,
something
yeah,
in the works
I'll
too.
let Staplez get into that next, as far as things to come and all that. And yeah, I just wanted to say what's up and support the shit. You know
X
what I mean?
plus Y.
That's
that-
coming too. That's
the
coming
X
too.
plus Y.
X,
What
X
about
equals
Dr.
Y.
Clinic?
X equals Y, dude.
X
Pay
equals
attention.
well, you agreed to it at first, and then you changed the X plus equals Y.
I agreed to what?
When I said X plus Y, you said X plus Y.
Oh yeah, well whatever.
Ah,
Same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Addition equals fuck. So they mean the same thing, V.
But what about Dr. Clinic?
Dr. Clinic,
Yeah,
Dr.
Lost
Clinic.
Lord.
that should happen at some point, right?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I got a Dragon X equals Y, right?
You do.
Do you have Dr. Clinic though?
I don't know.
No.
No.
In a telephone beat.
I remember that, V. Yep. It's coming.
Remember Kurt's meltdown over a black light on Facebook Live? I felt sorry for him.
Oh yeah, when he broke his black light.
I remember that.
That
Kurt.
fucking black light he got from Walmart. them
Kurt, what is that number?
cocksuckers.
What is 602-842-8239? What is that?
It's probably his number.
That's
He's probably
his
fucking
phone number,
calling me.
I
don't know
It's
how
like
to
I can't
figure it
figure out how to call in. Why don't you guys call me?
You bastards, call me, fuckers. 602 in parentheses.
842.
Yeah, he didn't use any parentheses or hyphens.
Just 602-842-8239.
His phone's blown up right now.
Better call up
Yeah.
Tyrone.
Celebrities.
what's up?
Yep.
This is so and so.
All right, Bad Mind. You want to give some shout outs before we move on to the next caller?
fucking shout out to everyone out in Saginaw, man. Holding it down.
Hell
I love
yeah.
y'all, man.
Shout out to DG, Dirtbag Gang Finisher. I'm not delving too deep
going on
into
now?
it because
I just
it's
heard a
not
lot of
wicked
noise.
shit. Fuck you.
Oh,
Dirtbag Gang Finisher.
man.
Are you farting on Defekt?
Man.
It may have went over that way a little bit.
I think he was farting on you, bro.
No, he leaned over.
Just
and-
crop dusting the whole area back here in the school.
Crap, that's the fucking area. But I'm gonna hop off here, man. Fucking get Kurt D on the phone. He'll tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah,
That might be
Kurt,
missing,
why don't you
I'm sure.
call in?
He can't figure out how, man. He's like trying to tell us to call.
Kurt, call
God,
the
no.
number.
Call us. I don't think we can call him, can we? He's got to
No,
call us.
we
Call
can't, we can't call out on him.
1313. Da da da. Call 1.
Nah, it's
313.
1734.
I'm singing something, man.
I know you're.
Unlock the door, and what's in store?
But
will be
I'm outta
with
here, man.
you
All
for
All right,
all.
Violent
All right,
J.
bad mind.
All right, Violent J.
Fuck you.
Peace.
Well, that was cool. Shouts out to Bad Mind for calling.
Fuck
in, man.
yeah, man.
Who else we got, man? Somebody calling. I know you got some Saginaw history questions, man. We got the motherfuckers here ready to
Yeah, Kurt.
call.
Where you at?
Ready to talk?
Duke, Duke.
Still trying to figure it out.
Duke.
So while we're waiting for other callers, man.
Yeah, I can't believe we don't have people just calling us
Defekt
off the fucking
Staple-
hook right now.
Defekt Staplez V Sinizter. Why you writing upside down?
Defekt Staplez V Sinizter.
Yeah, you wrote it upside down.
It looks wickeder that way.
Looks wickeder that
Yeah.
way. Wickeder, you mean more wicked?
Wickeder.
Wickeder. Is that a word? I thought it was more wicked.
I go with wickeder.
More wicked.
More wicked.
More wicked.
Okay.
Do. Alien artifact. Was that what it was? I just thought about that. Or the Straddle Shion. I mean,
Oh.
Triune.
Oh, we got a caller.
All right. Somebody noticed our awkwardness and called. Thank fucking God.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yo,
Yeah.
Kurt D.
what's happening?
What's up? The Godfather of Saginaw
Yeah,
Wicked
I'm
Shit.
gonna turn this down so I can sync with you guys.
Yeah, you got to
You
turn
guys
us
are,
down,
like,
man.
way behind. Hey, there's a couple corrections I gotta make on what you said.
Yeah, we
All
knew.
right.
We knew
Yeah, it's
that was
coming.
All
coming.
right, what's the
We knew that
correction?
was coming.
We've got a few of them, but Adam, I got one for you. When we went and visited Bone Scantless, V's brother was there, Matt, and it was in front of Superstar, and he was on a bike, and he had like a little grocery bag, like from a liquor store, full of those tapes.
Yeah, we were by some railroad tracks, weren't we?
Yeah, it was
It was me, you, and
Superstar that
Rex.
tore it down. And that's on Atwater.
Yep.
And what was the part? Oh, no, as far as Project Deadman, I know the whole story behind that.
Uh-oh.
Prozac asked
It's not going to be
Mikey
controversial, is it?
Clark, no, Prozac asked
right.
Mikey Clark if he wanted to change that beat with Dayton, and Prozac was like, hell no. Mike Clark said, hell no. G. Pierce did a great job on that.
Oh,
So
Mike
he
Clark
even
didn't want to
wanna
change it.
it.
All right.
But though you're right, there is a different version, but that was produced by ROC.
Yeah,
That one you guys were talking about on the sampler?
Yeah, I
that's
heard-
ROC's work.
yeah, that one was shit. You should have kept that one. I mean,
Did we find
it
it?
was originally ROC and Tech 9 and Prozac.
yeah, that one you should have kept. That version was dope as hell.
I have the sampler up ready to go, but I don't. The thing is, I don't know what part of the sampler it's on. We'd have to play the whole.
No,
thing.
he got it chopped up.
gotcha.
It's chopped up.
Yeah,
like
but-
it goes back and forth.
Yeah, but it's all one track, so I don't know which part of the track is. I'd have to skip through it.
And another correction.
Uh-oh.
I only had
Boston
one
is-
correction, by the way.
The B-side is a straight-up Wicked Shit track.
Who?
It's called I'm Breaking Them Off. It's called I'm Breaking Them Off, I'm Breaking Them Off, I'm Breaking Them Off, I'm Breaking Them Off. That Boss Niggas. The last track on the other side, straight up Wicked Shit. I mean, they're going off Wicked Shit.
Oh,
They even got I have it right here on my PlayStation.
Boss.
They,
Brothers of the South Side.
You know,
Yeah,
you
but
know
that
what should be
last track-
Kurt. Should your PlayStation be a subject of conversation on this show right now?
The
on Saginaw
PlayStation?
Wicked Shit, just his PlayStation alone.
Oh, you talking about my PlayStation?
Kurt D's PlayStation.
His PlayStation. What's up with his PlayStation?
Tell him, Kurt.
Oh, I can read a list. I mean, let's talk about it. I mean, we're going to talk about Saginaw Pharmacy. That's a rap group that consisted of Madam Dame and two other cats from Flint, produced by G. Pierce. That's a pretty dope thing you can get. Dirty Jerk. He was the lost member of Scantless family.
Shout out to Dirty Jerk. I remember the first time I heard Dirty. This was before before Homicide, before all that. I had a tape. Ended up losing it a long time ago when Dirty Jerk went into freestyle and was rapping over a beat that Scott and States Productions. They put that together. Lemonade was doing just some vocal work over it, and my brother was up there talking shit, trying to start up a war. They was talking about it in the studio, but Dirty Jerk went in freestyled over it. I was like, shit. That's when I realized this is what I want to do is music, being in the studio with it.
Dirty Jerk. You and your brother and Dirty Jerk were doing a lot of tracks after. I got all of his CDs. Kenny B. Divine. He's from Miami, but he hung out with Benson Brady. Did that song.
Kenny B. Let me put my bass inside your boom box, baby.
Who?
You remember that? Kenny B.
Kenny B.
He did a video up at the wave pool. At the fucking wave pool.
Moved here. He moved here from Miami and he moved to college. And then
he was on the Jukebox Network.
I remember Dangerous D.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember him too, but you don't remember Kenny B. He was on the fucking he was going to be big for a minute there on the Jukebox Network and shit.
Depending on the year, my musical selection was limited. Depends on the year. What year?
Oh, fuck. That would have been like late 80s.
Late 80s? Oh, shit. I was
early 90s, maybe.
Late 80s, early 90s, I was big into Public Enemy and Big Daddy Kane. And yeah, stuff like that, just like UMC,
trendy shit.
Trendy, man.
I'm just kidding.
Man, big man. How you gonna rag on BDK, man? Big Daddy Kane.
I'm not, man. I'm not.
Gorilla pimping.
I'm just.
You should have called it earlier.
But I don't know. Reg T, you remember Reg T?
Oh yeah, I remember Reg T. I remember me and James went to Records and Tapes Galore, and we was up there talking to him, trying to find stuff to play because we was going to the casino that day. It was between Dangerous D and Reg T. We ended up buying both of them. So we listened to Reg T and was like, okay, yeah. Then we popped in Dangerous D, like, oh, holy shit. All right, yeah, who the fuck is this? And tried to do some music. Oh, go ahead.
Daddy Mad, who's now Napalm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know Daddy Matt. He's up on my Facebook page. He got something new. Give a shout out to Daddy Matt, Napalm, Mason Wade. He got a new album coming out, the 12th Translation with Rick Ross, Dion Lucas from 7 Mile, and a few other people on there that he paid for. Hey, that's the name of the game.
He was the very first tape to ever come out before Homicide. It was called Gang Related Daddy Mad, but it didn't make any noise back then. And then he came out with that other group. It was supposed to be half of Detroit.
YBI. Talking about Daddy Mad presents YBI, Young Boys Incorporated.
Yup.
Oh yeah, no, Young Boys Incorporated was like a thing. It wasn't like a music group. It was an actual thing, like Gangsta Disciples and Vice Lords. It was like the Purple Gang in Detroit, and yeah, Young Boys Incorporated and the Chambers Brothers. That was a organization. I don't know if Daddy Matt was part of it or he knew some people up in it, but yeah, I remember that. Dead Skull.
He was a part of it.
Yeah, he was part of Young Boys.
What about the brother Chili P and the Bob Squad way back from 1993?
Who?
Oh, man.
Is this wicked shit? Is this wicked shit, though?
They dabbled in it. That's the thing about Flint and Saginaw. It sounded like I don't know, man. How can I explain it? Everybody wanted to be Dayton Family and Esham, so they would like do both. You know, they try to dabble with both, like types of rap. And Flint really was really good at it. I mean,
Flint was right because it wasn't that far from Detroit and what was happening there at the time.
Dayton Family, Albert Dorsey, bootleg, backstabber.
I know V Sinizter knows this. Pretty much Flint. I'm talking about Top Authority, Dayton, MC3. They were all recorded at Cheap Kids.
What about First Degree?
First Degree.
Yeah.
Shit,
I
I think they.
shows with them.
Yeah,
They were.
Mob Style Hustlers. I did shows with them.
All ghetto records. Mob Style Hustlers, Astray, Day One, Ammo, Cobain, Young Guns. I remember all that shit. And it was some wicked shit on there too. Ghetto Devil was on that one. He had a track on there.
It's a good point though, because all them dudes dabbled in it. It was like the ones that were putting out music though.
Yeah.
Like the ones that were putting out fucking hard copies of something.
Yeah, ghetto
all
records.
dabbled in that shit. The ones that weren't putting out anything, weren't really.
What about J-Bone in 93?
Oh yeah, I remember J-Bone.
Insane.
I don't think he was wicked shit though. I think he was like more street hardcore.
Insanity Avenue was real wicked. I mean, like I said, they would do like a track. Also, Less Than Zero, if you remember that rap. You watched that on from Michigan.
Yeah,
Street.
I remember them. Yep.
But some motherfuckers, I can't battle no more.
Oh yeah, Jake the Flake, Jake the motherfucking Flake.
Yep. Jake the motherfucking Flake.
Dayton
Jake.
don't play that shit.
Yep. Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
That was dope.
We're forgetting good friend Chuck, who was Child's Play back in the days too.
Oh yeah.
Saginaw.
Oh yeah. The dude, he was in he was in 8 Mile too.
Oh, he was.
He made a cameo in 8 Mile. Yep.
Child's Play. He did.
Yep.
Damn. Did not know that.
Yep.
Child's Play. Shout out to Child's
Big
Play.
tall dude, right? That tall. Fuck. He was like 6'5", 6'6", or something like that. Yep.
Yeah, did a show with him in Ludington. That place all the way out by the lake in the middle of nowhere and didn't get paid for it either. Ex-girlfriend was mad driving there too. I'm like,
we did a lot of shows we didn't get paid for, B.
no, this one they promised pay and we didn't get paid. I don't know. You didn't go to that one. Yeah, that was a long car ride, and I was like, oh shit. But yeah, Child's Play was there.
You can't forget Roddy Monroe. I think you guys brought him up, the West Side Hustlers. And then he was a freak show with that Greg dude.
Yep.
I remember doing a show with KGP back in the day.
He was in Bedlam. He was in Bedlam for a minute.
I asked him to come after when he left. When he left Freak Show, I was like, "What's up? You want to be in a rap group?" I had him and Tornad Priest, and then he left, and you came in.
Hey, Kurt, while we got you on the phone right now. No, sorry about that. No, it's a piece of history right here. Maybe you touched upon it on your page or in some form of media in the past. How did you come about dealing with Esham? How did that come around?
I was a lunatic. I took a hit of LSD in the summer of '90, and
Acid
I looked
rap?
on the back. There was a phone call, and there was a contact number. I called it. James answered, and I flipped out. I said, "Dude, I took LSD and listened to the red tape, but you should call it acid rap." And then I thought about it, and I said, "Oh, that sort of sounds gay." That sounds
Defekt
whack.
has no clue all before his time. Yeah, Defekt just sitting over there like, okay.
No, but then they said, "No, we want to go with that. We think that's dope." And now looking back at it, it is pretty fresh. I mean, acid rap. I mean, I was like, I don't know. I didn't create it. Like I said on this other website, I didn't create acid rap.
Acid rap created me.
The red tape created acid rap. And me listening to it, you know. So I got millions of stories about Esham and them. So but we're talking about Saginaw.
And
You're
Kurt
Saginaw.
Kurt D, are you not Saginaw Wicked Shit?
Yeah, you're the Godfather. I think the people listening want to know this. You know, hey, you have your hand in some major shit. People want to hear this. This is what they tuning in for. If we got enough time, hey, what's the deets on it?
What song?
No, the details. You and Esham. The whole. How did you go from hooking up with Esham, talking to James over the phone, to join the legendary covers of Judgment Day Volumes 1 and 2?
Honestly, the covers for the Judgments, I didn't color those up. Those were sketches. And he finished them off. He didn't like my coloring style, which, yeah, I used markers and shit, you know?
Yeah.
But this one, because I own this house, I did all this art in this house, I own this house again. The most famous one, I think, is this logo.
The logo? Oh, you did?
I did that one. I did the Esham logo.
It's probably the most recognized for sure.
That's your creation?
Yeah.
The Esham, that's his?
The squiggly E?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was ICP's other logo with the red eyes, you know. They made shirts out of them. They made energy drinks out of them. They were, oh my God, those two faces I drew, and then the Insane Clown Posse, that's another. And I know they used to be because I did Esham's logo. They knew of me from Esham. When I first talked to Joe, he was like, yeah, I know of you. I see all your art up in Esham's house. And then we discussed about me doing some art for them. And I don't know, at Elvin Street, we had the water blew out and all that art got destroyed. Remember that, Adam? Way back.
Yeah, I remember.
Now, was that the same house that he did the documentary on, where he was taking the camera crew through the house and showing them all that where he grew up at?
I've been to that house before. I've been to that house before myself.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Way back, James. We followed James there. And
when I was on the show last time, I'm sorry, Kurt D. I just got to cut in just for one quick second.
Go ahead.
When I was on the show last time, did I talk about first time I met Esham?
I don't think so.
No.
And how that all went?
I don't think so.
So
I didn't even believe you and my brother. I was like, you guys are lying. He didn't say that.
For years, man, for years, Kurt D was sending art and fucking record. I'm talking vinyl fucking records to Esham and all this. And he's like, dude, that's the record that I sent Esham. Like, we'd be listening to Judgment Day, and man, that's the fucking artwork that I sent him.
He used a lot of them on.
And we would just laugh and tease. For a lot of fucking years, man, we gave Kurt a lot of shit. And then the first time I met Esham was backstage in Flint at the Metropolis. And
it was the Esham Male Dominance tour we were on.
Yup, with HOK.
Male Dominance.
Yup.
That was a very different album.
And Esham was backstage. He had his own little room with the door shut and everything. And me and Kurt's little brother, you know, grew up listening to Esham. Big fucking fans of Esham. We're like, man, he's right over in that room right now. My cousin, Kurt's little brother's like, man, I got 5 fucking fat joints rolled up right now. Let's go knock on the door and see if Esham wants to smoke. So we knock on the door. And by the way, they're not letting anybody in the fucking room either, man. They're turning people down. People are knocking on the door. Esham's like, fuck no, get the fuck out of here. Kicking people out and shit. So we knock on the door and we're like, man, we're probably just going to get kicked out like everybody else. And they open it up and my cousin's like, oh, we just want to know if you guys wanted to smoke some trees. Esham and one other dude in there at the time. Esham was like, oh, all right, I guess. Yeah, you guys can come in. So we come in and we pull out these joints, big fat ass joint. We're all smoking and I forgot who it was. It was me or him. We were like, hey, do you know Kurt D? He's like, Kurt D? We're like, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know Kurt. Is he here? Yeah, my cousin, you know, yeah, that's my brother. And I'm telling him, yeah, Kurt's my cousin. Man, he kept us in there for fucking hours talking about Kurt, talking about albums that he sent, talking about artwork, talking about, oh, yeah, I got that sample from Kurt D. He was kicking other people out of the room and letting us sit in there and shit and smoke weed. It was funny. Anyways, we get out of there and we tell Kurt about this, and he didn't believe us.
Hey, Staples, can you do me a favor? Plug this up underneath.
Yeah, just give it to me. I gotta plug it.
There you go, right there.
Cord? I mean, it's probably not long enough for that. But... All right, let's just stop the show so we can plug in V's phone here.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
break into fucking everything.
Fucking
You know what? Screw y'all.
bro.
I'm important, goddammit.
Just stop the
Fucking
fucking
V
show.
Sinister. V Sinister's my name.
So look, we're at 10 o'clock, but
Speaking of those days, there was a lot of comedy that happened up at Ghetto Records during Bedlam.
Yeah, there's a
For one,
lot
we
of
were all
headaches, too.
Chemical, too. We were all at each other's throats. I mean,
Yeah.
geez, I look back and I owe James apologies because I come out of the booth just screaming my fucking lungs. You remember that, B? I come out all like,
I remember when you were
God
drunk,
damn.
too, trying to record. I remember when Project Born was up there. Oh, my God. And y'all we was up there trying to get Resurrection done. Woo!
well,
my God.
so look, what I was gonna say though is it's 10 o'clock and we still got more to talk about. I mean, if Kurt wants to hang out, we can talk a little bit longer. But let's.
Hey, how about
Staples
getting
got to take a piss. I got to
do
take
too.
a piss.
I had to take a piss.
He's
by-
got to take a piss. We all got to take a piss. Let's take a break.
Wait a minute. Wait, are we coming back?
We're gonna come back.
How what do the viewers think? Do they want us to come
They
back?
want us to come back. They're still.
Are you
they're
sure?
Still hanging out.
They don't got a
Do
choice.
you want us to come
Yeah,
back
if they
when
don't
we're
want us
on
to
this
come back, we
break?
can fucking leave.
You better
fuck
fucking
mothers have
tell
no,
us
You
that.
fuck mothers
goddamn.
have no
Alright.
choice.
So
Tune
look-
in, or I'm gonna fuck you up.
We're all gonna take a piss. Kurt, stay on the line. We're gonna mute you for now, but stay on the line. We're gonna talk to Kurt some more. We're gonna
Seven
play.
Horsemen.
We're gonna play that self-inflicted sampler so you can hear the RLC part they got scrapped. Cause that's some history right there. And then
Just
we're
hit
gonna play
dismiss.
some other shit.
This
Dismiss.
motherfucker
Yes, I gotta
wait,
watch your fucking phone now. Jesus Christ,
he
bro.
just had an alarm go off just so the world knows this. His fucking alarm just went off and it said mid-meal. Mid-meal 2.
This
So
motherfucker.
at this point right now, I should be halfway in between meal number 2. And it is 10 o'clock
my
at
God.
night.
Yeah, so I could get still going like that, just flexing.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to move over here by D a little bit.
We're going into the third hour.
Third hour.
'Cause really,
Yeah,
I mean,
we're-
honestly,
we're at 2 hours and 15 minutes right now.
the
right?
story of Saginaw Wicked Shit can only
Could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
Did it drop down to 2 people now?
No. We're back up to 11.
All
Well,
right.
lovely. How many people?
11
3?
people. I'm one of them, so I guess that's like
Yeah,
10.
I think we got 2 of them over there, so we're down to 9.
Nine.
Fuck it, man. Look, it's not about us. It's about you. So
About the youth.
the you,
The
the
youth.
them, man, the people watching.
Fuck them. Fuck them in their ear.
I believe that David Geffen is listening and is going to come back and sign all 3 of us after this show.
Fuck David Geffen too. I'm kidding. I'm bullshitting. Thank y'all for hanging up in there with the 3 Stooges of the Wicked Shit.
Yes, thank you.
The 3 Stooges of the Wicked Shit.
Yep.
I mean,
Curly's
look
on
at-
the
look
end,
at
Mo's
us.
in the middle, and I'm Larry Fine. 'Cause I
Look
got
at
the-
us.
Yeah, I got the receding hairline and everything.
We look like a bunch of fucking criminals.
Criminals.
Look at us.
So look, the phone lines are open. We're gonna hang out for a little while longer. If you want to call in, I've seen some people saying they were gonna call in after the break.
Yeah, and their asses ain't calling,
They
are
ain't
they?
calling, and we lost
Bullshit.
Kurt. So yeah, man. Give us a
Kurt's
holler.
making a drink.
Yeah.
He's
like-
he's putting ice.
He was like pouring the shit. He's like, "Fuck, they're back," and he's like trying to finish it up.
He's putting ice in this cup right now like this with his pinkies like this.
Yeah.
What does that say? Call what?
Fallen JB Drama Deus. We didn't even talk about that.
About who?
We didn't even
Oh,
talk
Fallen.
Fallen.
Fuck, we
Jesus
didn't even go
Christ,
into that.
dude.
We didn't even go into
Oh,
Fallen.
yeah.
You guys have the Fallen past. I don't. Thank fucking God.
Yeah.
Thank you, motherfucking God.
All
Your boy Staples was looking out for himself. At the
So
time, I'll let you
Fallen,
guys
Fallen
go.
Entertainment was kind of like they came around before you signed with Psychopathic for the one album deal. You were on Fallen Entertainment, and so was a slew of other artists from Saginaw and from other places.
Yeah, Menacide too.
Menacide, McNasty. Who else we got?
me
Jay
see.
Reno.
Some
the Sadist.
dope, some
Jay
dope,
Reno,
some
Gary
fucking
Devil,
talent, man.
Menacide,
Artists, man.
McNasty, Midnight, Crypto Sith Chamber.
so dope.
And a lot of these motherfuckers were dope, dude.
They
Hella
were.
dope. Hella dope.
Fallen Entertainment was like, let's see, Real Life was done at that point. Nishan was on Psychopathic, so Fallen positioned itself to be the second biggest label in the genre at the time, and it got fucked up. Yes, it did.
What happened?
Okay. Let's
Short version.
Short version. Okay.
Because we're already over.
Let's make it bullet
Well,
points.
at this point,
One.
there's no coming
Yeah.
back.
Let's just say that there was an apparent misappropriation of funds, to put it delicately.
An apparent misappropriation of funds. I just wanted to reiterate.
Yeah,
that.
can you just be a little more specific?
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
A little bit. An apparent misappropriation of funds that caused the two CEOs to clash.
Wait a minute, CEOs?
Yeah, CEOs. Brian Luth, aka
Just act
Priest.
like me and Adam don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Could you
Right.
tell the listeners what happened?
Yeah,
That's exactly what I'm
we're
doing.
not even here.
We're not even
Okay.
here.
I was
Talk to
I-
them. Look at the screen.
Hey, I was treating the listeners like, they had a formal education, but since I got to dumb it down because y'all want me to dumb it down, apparently some money was mishandled, a lot of money mismanagement, and basically it caused the two CEOs to go at each other's throats. So they decided to split, and one became Deviant, the other one continued on with Fallen.
Deviant Productions. Now,
Deviant Productions.
Now let's clarify that. So let's just talk about. Let's dial it back a little bit. So the biggest label in Saginaw at the time,
The second biggest label in the Wicked Underground at the time, yes.
Fallen
Second biggest,
Entertainment. And
behind
they
Psychopathic.
and
Yes.
they weren't selling like mad units like Psychopathic was, but
The notoriety was there.
the notoriety was there.
there to take the
and
position.
they had the talent.
Yeah,
in
sure
place.
did. McNasty, Menacide, Midnight. Who's them two guys from the East Coast? I can't think of their name.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Not Crypto Sith, but No, was it Cryptic? Was it?
I don't think so.
I know Menacide can help me out with that, but it was two dudes from the East Coast. They eventually went over to label with Bloodshot. They went over to what was it? Satanic Records.
What the fuck are you
SKR?
listening
I was making sure that
to? That we have audio.
Or-
Yeah, I was making sure everything was working good.
Yeah, but anyway, we had a slew.
Otherwise,
of,
we're going.
We're 3 hours in. It was
We had a slew of talent, and I think before the big split happened, some of the people started falling off. Don't know what happened to Crypto Sith, and Hassan left. Not so much as mismanagement of money, but I think it was after the show we did in Windsor, the Nightmare on Jular Street. Was it one? I think it was one. He left after Nightmare on Jular Street 1. Is that how you pronounce the name? Jular?
Julard, yeah.
Yeah. Hassan left after Nightmare on July Street 1, and I think it was because his show tape got fucked up bad. And the way the show tape or show CD, however, was made, you couldn't just skip through tracks. It pretty much played through, but you remember the one time we did a show and Freaks was up there, and when we decided to use the MP3 players from that point on,
right.
all right, the CD was skipping to something because it wasn't clean, whatever reason. And I think Hassan didn't take too kindly to that. Plus, the positioning of certain artists on the label made him leave. Hassan up and left and decided to do his own thing. We were still marching forward, but there was after who's a rock group that was Scare Factor.
Jesus.
Yeah,
That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Really
Scare
long
Factor
time.
dope as
Jesus
shit.
Christ. They were good.
They
Yeah.
were dope.
Dope as hell. Scare Factor.
Fuck. Whatever
did a
happened
show-
to those guys?
I think they're done.
Yeah.
You know who we haven't talked about?
One of the group
that
members
we need
did
to
a
bring
guitar
up.
on
Fuck.
who?
You just reminded me of something. Chuckles.
Chuckles.
Oh fuck.
Oh, you talking about-
Chuckles.
The dude that was in True Man.
No. He was in KGP for a while.
Yeah.
Chuckles.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the skull-faced madman before me.
Was that a call?
No, I think it's Kurt D. I think Kurt D's back.
Yo.
It's me, I don't know, my internet booted me or something.
Yeah. We were just in time, actually, because we were just about to talk about Chuckles.
Oh, okay.
What what can you tell us about that, Kurt?
Well, he's this dude that just hung around all the time, and he could beatbox his ass off. And me and Capital G, I don't know, we were in some kind of argument at the time, and I say, man, you gotta check out this other guy, dude. He's fucking badass. And his stage presence was just amazing as far as what he did on stage. But he did that EP. I wrote the lyrics for him because he didn't really know how to write wicked stuff. So I wrote his lyrics, but he was real good at what he did. But then he wanted me to join a band, and I said I don't want to join a band because Cap was like, I'm done. I'm getting married. I'm done.
Oh,
he said, you're impossible. He said, you're impossible to work with, Kurt. You're a fucking lunatic half the fucking time. I can't deal with it anymore. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then me and Chuck tried doing it. And then Chuck said, I'm just going to a band. And yeah, Chuck's doing Tension Head. He almost got signed. He had the Jägermeister sponsoring him and everything. And then he just quit last year.
I used to work with the bass player at Tension Head, and that's how I got put up on Chuck. You know, he's like, because I would talk to him at work, and Tony's his name, and he'd be like, yeah, man, my boy, the lead singer, he used to rap Wicked Shit. I'm like, man, fuck you. What are you talking about? And he started putting me up on him, man. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, this guy's in it. He was kind of in it for a minute, right?
He was.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed we were in Capital G's living room, and it was like one of the most. I know you guys probably heard the Stillborn EP. That was it. It was just, we had 2 microphones and a mixer. That's how Cap did it with, because we didn't have all the technology back then. If you wanted to practice, you had to hook the sonic keyboard up for the mics, run them through so we had effects on our voice. And then he'd use a crossfader to separate the mics so we could run it through and record it right into a tape deck. That was it. And me and Chuck were taking turns with the mic, and then I'd grab the mic from Cap when he wasn't rapping, and then he'd grab the mic from me, and then Chuck. It was we did that all in one take. That was just, and then we were planning.
That fucking EP is legendary too, by the way.
Well, thanks. I really wish we would have went into Uptown Studio and recorded it, but it later became Bedlam tracks. So for Chemical One, I was like, I'm not wasting those. I put too much work into it. I mean, I pretty much wrote all the songs. I wrote, and I was like, and even Cap was like, this shit's bad as hell. He's like, we got to record it, but, just a whole bunch, how things happen. People change their life and they do other things. And so I said, well, yeah. I went to one of my friend's house, and I opened this encyclopedia that said Bedlam, and it had this crazy lady, and I recently found the picture, but then I lost it again online. It was just like the most sickest thing I ever seen. So I looked down and I read about it, and then I took out a dictionary and I seen Bedlamite right under Bedlam. I said, well, shit, there we go. That's Bedlamite, someone who follows Bedlam, someone who follows madness, someone who follows insanity. The list went on, and I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. It's like it came to me. When I opened that book, it was the first page I opened it up to. And I said, I think I'm going to call this rap group Bedlam. But I didn't have nobody with me, so there's this one guy, Heckles, who I met Prozac through. He went insane and shot up his work and everything. And so he didn't last long. And then,
anybody named Giggles in there?
Actually, the original Bedlam lineup was me, Ghetto Devil, and Heckles. And Staplez, you were there to watch the performance. We did it at a bonfire.
Yeah.
And you were even like 5 in with it. But if you want to get real technical, Adam, you wrote Mr. Crackhead with me in '93. In the Alvin Street basement, if you remember.
Yeah, if you want to go way, way back, yep.
That's way back, but yeah, if you talking about silent stuff, you weren't even a rapper. You were just sitting there, and you were giving me really great ideas. You're like, why don't you say that there's cockroaches crawling? And I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's awesome. And then that album, as you see, it didn't get released until KGP Necrology. And I jumped on board to that album late, and Ghetto Devil was supposed to be on that album too, but he was going through some things we're not going to talk about. It's private, and shit, he said, you want to jump on board? I said, hell yeah, this is all I've been wanting to do. you know, because I was working for Esham so long, and then I was like, I'm not getting anywhere here, and then James was gone all of a sudden, so that number didn't work, and I had lost contact completely.
Was that when he went to jail?
And you know what's funny? I laugh. All these people get pictures with Esham now. If you guys remember back in the days, Esham did not leave and go on the front or do any of that back in the day. You didn't get to meet Esham.
You had to knock on the door and hope he let you in.
Yeah, he'd scream at you like, I got a story. Prozac's like, hey, go talk to him. I said, I ain't talking to him, man. He's pacing and going crazy. And then I went up and I just said, hey, man, it was on a male dominance tour. I said, you remember me, right? He goes, how the fuck could I forget you? And he pulled out his arm and showed me the logo on his forearm. And I went, all right, man. I said, see, Prozac, man, I told you you didn't want to be talked to. But, yeah, there's mad stories, man. There's stories of people shooting at us in RLC's van in Cleveland. I mean, there's crazy stuff. But we were getting alcohol for Nodis. And it was it's the good old days. But yeah, see, that's the thing about me. I get into stories and I go in circles, and I can't remember what I was really trying to get the point to of what was going on. But
Saginaw Wicked Shit. Saginaw Kurt D, what year was it that UNLV came out?
1994.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
Wow.
And the funny thing is, Capital G was producing some of Hank's stuff back then too, because Cap was like trying to produce things. And I got a whole bunch of unreleased Hank tracks.
Hank, how in the fuck did we not bring him up? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Hank, honestly, Hank dabbled a lot with Wicked Shit too. He had that story of blowing his head off, and he sees his dad who passed away, and his brother ended up being the one that killed him over a chick. I think that's Wicked Shit, man.
Hey, Mr. Defekt, can you
that's
pass
side
my
nasty.
phone, please?
No, he can't.
You know.
You know what? Fuck you,
But
there go V again, just stopping the conversation for his phone.
A couple weeks ago, I talked to Damien the Demon. He hit me up on Facebook. He said, "What's up?" And there's a big thing about that. He was my first wicked rap group back in 1991, and he used to walk around with this micro cassette, and he'd listen to the red tape, and he like literally took a red tape and recorded it onto a micro cassette. And I'm like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" Well, he goes, "I'm listening to Esham's red tape," and he I don't know, he put it up to his ear and he'd walk around everywhere listening to the red tape on a micro cassette.
Jesus Christ, bro.
That's fucking funny.
He went to prison because he lit up a cop car on fire. I mean, like you guys were saying earlier when I was watching.
What about the word on the street about the Dear Mama track with Damien the Demon?
What I heard happen with that is that it was at G. Pierce's studio, and this is when Tupac was living with MC Breed. They, of course, Tupac was checking out G. Pierce's studio, and they go, "What are you working on right now?" He goes, "I'm working on this Damien the Demon." And then from what Damien says, Tupac heard Dead Mama and said, "I want the rights to that. I want to redo that. Who do I got to get a hold of?" So from Damien's story, Pratt from Pratt Productions sold the DAT tape to him for 5 G's.
Damn, I see him every now and again. Pratt.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm here.
And I know Killer too.
He was pretty devastated. Adam, you were there for that. He was pretty devastated about that. He was like, "Man, I didn't want to do music." He goes, then he comes out with Dear Mama after, and all I have is a cassette copy of proof that it existed.
Wow.
A lot of things happen like that in music. People, it's just that way. It's just the way it is. And that's one thing he said I'm gonna have to live with for the rest of my life. And I'm just like, damn.
Another crazy Saginaw connection, right?
There.
I definitely say we get him on the next Bedlam album because he was in really good spirits. He said, "Man, I want to spit that wicked shit."
We'll get him on it for sure.
I would really like a collab with him and Ghetto Devil because they used to be Two Main, which I was going to be a part of. And Two Main is this nut house that's out Hospital Road in the Saginaw what do you call it?
See if he gonna call.
Saginaw Hospital.
Right.
I think that's what they call it out on Saginaw Road next to Juvenile.
Yeah,
But-
2 Main.
Yeah, and it was an interesting idea. It was going to be. Then we were going to all do 2 Main together. Remember that when we were recording Chemical One?
Yep.
And ROC was going to be a part of it. Scraps, Ghetto Devil, Damien the Demon, and it was going to be the rest of Bedlam. It was just going to be like on some Wu-Tang shit. Like, well, we're from the Nut House. We're from 2 Main, you know, on Saginaw. And it was basically the same concept as Bedlam, you know.
Right.
That's what I said. It's the same concept. That's what I told Mac and them.
Hands and everything.
But it was fresh. Yeah, well, my first experience, I met Capital G. It was funny. I just kept calling this number on the back of the UNLV. You know how stubborn I was. I got a hold of everybody. I mean, I used to talk to Alex Abbas all the time when the Carnival Carnage cassette came out. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to come up there and check that show out with Esham and Ice Cube. I mean, that's how far it will go. That goes. And that was back, what?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, 1993.
At the Civic Center. Yeah.
And that's the first time I seen Ghetto Devil's jacket that V was talking about earlier. He had that, it looked like Esham, but it said Ghetto Devil on it. And it had all them, everything else you said. And I said, dude, that is fucking fresh.
Yeah, Cobain on the back,
And
666 on the arms.
I don't know who I was. He just stared at me. Up at the temple. He was just staring at me like, whoa, who are you? And then I said, all right. And I went backstage, and Ice Cube was smashing the place up because the promoters didn't pay him his money. And then I was standing with James and Esham, and Esham was like, that's why he didn't get honest tonight. They only got me. And that was a crazy time back in them days. Especially in the back of I got stories of Detroit, but I'm not talking about Detroit. I'm talking about Saginaw. We didn't really have shows. We had shows, but they were like, you know, like that flyer I had, V, of Dayton Family.
We had that show.
Once in a while, there'd be little shows. Like I don't know, we'd throw the shows in the damn banquet center. We didn't care. You know, it was way back in the days. That's old school. You didn't have a place to perform. I know, B, you remember, and Adam, you remember a little bit of it. The motherfucker would run out a goddamn banquet center.
Yeah.
Or a hall.
Or Jamestown
You know,
Hall.
like
We got kicked out of plenty of them.
Man, Jamestown.
Jamestown was the home for a while there, man.
Yeah.
We would just do show after show there.
Over and over.
Over and over. What was that sound man's name? Al?
Al fucking Lindbergh.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, he dragged his PA system to every goddamn show there.
Every Wicked Shit show, he was
I'm like,
there.
why don't you just fucking leave it here? You might as well just leave it. Because he legit did, like, not even just Wicked Shit, but, like, bands and shit.
Oh, he
I
did
remember when you
everybody.
stayed
Yeah, he
live
did
on that
everybody
show,
there,
too.
man.
Yeah, he put up with so much of my
Oh,
shit.
my God, yeah. I remember you jumping off the speaker stack.
Yeah, and I remember him looking at me from behind
This motherfucker.
from behind the booth going, "Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it."
Yeah, and you did
I
it
jumped
anyway.
and he was like, "Yeah, that was awesome." Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
He was the best, man.
Yeah, he really
I
was.
fucking love that
He's a
dude.
nice guy.
You
Oh, man.
know
Nice
what was
guy.
funny though is
He's
he
dead.
did an interview for the review and they asked him what leaf band do you
He is.
like
Yeah.
your shows for, and he said Bedlam.
Say
And he
what?
said and all the acts to follow. He goes, but the money's good and they're great guys, but man, they're really hard to work with. He's like, everything's got to be perfect, and we'd go. You guys see it? We'd go in there and bust balls, say, well, mic checks, and he'd just be like. He'd be soaking sweat upset, and we're like, that's not good enough. It doesn't sound right.
Oh, yeah, I know. From working with y'all in the studio. Shit.
We were picky, man. We were fucking picky.
You know what? I've told this story 100 times, but I'd like B or Staplez to tell the story. The recording of Dr. Murder, when something like that really happened on the 6th floor of the building, and all the cops came up in there.
Oh, shit.
And
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about, the female.
story.
Yeah, what happened was, yeah, I remember this. This was what made me and the CEO get into it that day, well, the day after too. A girl, I don't know who she was, but according to the story, the police said that she was coming up to visit James at the studio, and she got into an elevator, and a dude got in behind her, and basically, I guess, raped her in the elevator, beat her, and left her in the elevator and took off. And I guess somebody was coming down. That was when was it WTLZ 107, whatever was up above us.
Yep.
And somebody was coming down on the elevator and found her, called the police. So then the detectives came up there talking to everybody. And at that time, I had unpaid child support, and I wasn't trying to go to jail. So when the detective got to me, I gave him a different name. I was like, yeah, my name ain't this and that and everything, and I had no ID on me, but he took it and so on and so forth. Ray was up there looking at me like, what the hell you doing? Why don't you tell me your real name? I'm like, shit, I ain't trying to go to jail because they run my name. I'm going to go to jail for unpaid child support at the time. So they left. Then Ray comes in, starts screaming, and we get into it and so on and so forth. And he talking about, well, don't talk about it no more and everything. I'm done with it and everything. And he was still talking about it when he left out the room. And I was like, well, if you're done with it, why you still talking about it? He runs back into the room like he was going to square up with me or what have you. I'm talking about, now I told him, what's happening? What's up? What you want to do? I mean, James, yeah, he your nephew and everything, but I'm not your nephew. What the fuck you want to do? So we was up there going back and forth, but he ain't do nothing though. He just went back into the other room. I stayed in my area, just still working on the keyboard, and yeah. That was crazy. But yeah, the girl that got raped in the elevator, beat, and left for dead in the elevator because apparently she was coming up there to visit James, and James said he ain't even know her or anything like that. But she was coming up there to visit Ghetto Records.
I remember the cops coming full with guns pointed at us.
Man, I must not been there that day. That was probably when Ray pissed me off. Man,
I was lounging in that area. You know where you chill and you guys had all the CDs up on plaques.
And the pornos.
That's where I was hanging out. Me and Prozac were sitting in there and they're like, freeze! We're like, whoa, what do we do here?
Yeah, that was
and
some
we were
crazy
all
shit.
I remember I was upset about the hook or something. I was real upset and I was thinking
about abduct, murder, kill, rape.
A big I got mad and hit at the bar and everything over it. Like, you guys couldn't find me for 3 days. I was so upset that night about the hook. It was something that Prozac
y'all was working on that
on it. And
I probably missed that time because if y'all was working on abduct, murder, kill, rape, the only times I was there was basically for when we did 7 Horsemen or working on some of the tracks that I had put together because James always made it a point that since I put some of the tracks together, I could sit there and engineer y'all. And oh my God. Man, when you got drunk and had to keep hitting the space bar over and over, and I'm like, dude, come on, I want to go home, man. Classic album, but
it was in the top 5 of horrorcore back in the day.
Oh, there ain't no doubt about it. That was a classic ass album. Shit, I love the shit out that album. But
it was a lot. I mean, we went to extents to
hey,
when we got that girl Heather on there, we made her cry and stuff. Just not like physically, but we told her to go into a realm and cry and got her drunk. And
you talking
did
about
a good job.
That stripper for the cover of the album?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember all the blood and standing on the step stool with the camera, taking the pictures, pointing down at him and what have you. I'm like, man, y'all calling in strippers and everything for the album cover. And I was like, shit, okay, I like where this is going. It was some fun.
You know how Prozac does it.
Huh?
He's always got to do it that way. You know how Prozac does it. He's always got to do it that way. He's always got to get all
Somebody say strippers.
Yo, when we was shooting the cover for Chemical Imbalances Volume 2.
Oh, that was a good time.
Yeah.
That was a good time, wasn't it, V?
Say who?
I don't know. Where? How?
The mic keep going down. Yeah, trying to make it
But
stick.
Staples, don't you remember those cops? They had point blank guns at us and said, freeze.
Yeah, and we laughed.
No, I was like, what? What do we do? I was like, these motherfuckers will shoot us. Then they go, there's an investigation of it. And we were in the middle, and we were just pretty much wrapping up a duck.
All right.
Yeah. You can smell that, can you, V? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I smell it too.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Take a trip through the Emerald Forest.
You guys had everybody in Saginaw there for a minute. I mean, there was.
Oh yeah, if you were a rapper in Saginaw, you were on
went through
Ghetto Records.
Yeah.
All day. Because again, every Tom, fucking Dick, and Harry didn't have a studio back then. And that
Except maybe
studio,
Hassan.
let's acknowledge that fucking studio just really quick that you guys had up at Ghetto Records. That shit was dope.
Was it better in my studio now?
Fuck
No,
it wasn't.
no.
Fuck no, it wasn't.
No.
It's not even a fraction of your fucking studio now.
But
for
times
for
change,
that
though.
for
For that
that
time.
but for that fucking time,
Yeah.
let's put it this way: the vocal booth
18 years ago. Yeah.
the vocal booth was big enough that all of us
Yep. Could go in there.
could go in there, and we made the intro to Chemical 2 with
Oh,
the chainsaw,
man.
with me yelling.
Bedlam,
Yeah, exactly. With me yelling, with Prozac going.
Bedlam.
You guys just did that live?
Yeah, all at the same time, all at once in the fucking vocal booth. Yeah, all and the whole time. So V's doing that. Kurt's got the fucking chainsaw going. I'm yelling shit. Yeah. Everybody, all that whole intro was made with fucking 5 of us in
Just
the
like
booth.
one long take?
Yep.
Yeah, just one, and it was.
Chemical Imbalances, Volume 2.
Yep, it all fucking worked out in one take. The intro.
Man.
It is probably one of the best intros to any fucking
That
album.
studio was so
And the
smoky.
outro. Yeah,
was so man.
it was. It was because the chainsaw fucking smoked
Me and
up the
James was
whole
freaking out
because
we thought that Ray was gonna lose his mind when he came up
Yeah,
there.
he came. Yo, y'all gotta turn off that chainsaw.
No, he was actually cool about when he came up there. He was actually cool about
Because he saw dollar signs. That
Yeah,
motherfucker.
that's
he
why.
walked in there and saw
that's
dollar
exactly
signs.
what he said too. He said, you know, if it's gonna
That
make money,
fucking
whatever, he willing to work it.
snitch. Fucking looked in there and all he saw was fucking dollar signs.
Hey, man, well,
A couple days later, he confronted me about the chainsaw. That's the funny thing, but that's how Ray was.
yeah.
He goes, you can't bring that chainsaw in here no more. And I'm like, Ray,
You stuttering motherfuckers, shut up. Yeah, I can.
Oh, that reminds me of the chainsaw at the show with Cobain Boys, man. What
Oh
happened
yeah,
with that?
we got thrown out. That was at the Tropicana.
Yeah, what was up with that?
We were going on stage and we were doing our thing like every other time. Kurt was walking out with the fucking chainsaw, and they went, nope.
Earl from Cobain thought I was cutting up the floor with it.
Oh yeah, Furlough.
Yeah, Furlough was heated, man.
He was like, y'all gotta go.
Man, he was so heated. I was like, what the hell going on? And Project Born was there too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
they were.
Earl got
Yep.
into it with one of the mob too.
Yep.
There.
Yep.
Earl was just
I was
having a
just
bad
like,
day.
man, it's hard to be a celebrity in Saginaw these days. You get thrown out of the fucking Tropicana. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Ain't that a bitch?
Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a
Dangerous
bitch?
to be a rapper in Saginaw. It's dangerous to free battle rap somebody. If you beat them, they'll want to shoot you.
Yo, I got beat up one time, and I can't even battle rap. And the dude, I beat him, but he beat my ass afterwards.
Damn, man.
Yep. Outside the
I know
pub.
that dude you're talking about too.
I know you
I know
know.
that guy.
His name starts with a Z.
Yeah, we ain't gonna bring it up.
No, we. He might come back and whoop my ass again. I'm not saying shit.
Man, I didn't hear that one.
Actually, I got this dude next to me. I'll say his fucking name. Zach Vanderpool.
Oh shit.
Hold on, hold on.
I'm just kidding. It wasn't Zach.
Oh, I
It
was
was-
saying,
I just fucking looked at his computer and saw a name and said it. It just
Zach
happened to start with a
Vanderpool.
Z. Yeah.
Oh god.
Long Island Ice Z.
Yeah, exactly.
So Zach, speaking of Zach, he was talking about Al the Sound Guy. He was texting me, but he said, "Who was the harmonica guy?"
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was on my album.
The harmonica.
Yeah,
guy.
Emmanuel Sheard II. It was, yeah, he was on Morningstar Sins of an Angel and Soul of the Beast. And how that came around was I was living with my ex-girl's parents at the time. We all was living in one house. I was up there putting together Sins of an Angel at the time, and I was playing Game Over. It was just, What the hell just happened?
I had beer in there. Sorry.
I thought that was spit.
Sorry.
Anyway,
No,
beer.
it was beer.
I was up there
Sorry.
rehearsing game. I was rehearsing Game Over, so he came in there asking, could he get up on the track? Could he do a harmonica? And I was like, I don't know about a harmonica. I don't know. But
Wait a minute. I draw the fucking line at harmonica.
I didn't know how a harmonica was gonna fit, but he did his thing with the harmonica though, on both versions of Game Over. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he used to be in a band with Larry McCrae. I think that's his name.
Blues dude.
Yeah, used to be in a band with him and played harmonica and bongos. Matter of fact,
At the same time?
I don't know.
I mean, Bob Dylan could do that. He had the fucking harmonica thing, the mount.
Yeah, I remember
This dude was playing bongos and fucking harmonica at the same time.
the release party that you had performed at, and when I was all drunk and shit, throwing up in the bathroom. And
Yeah, you were wearing overalls or something.
Oh no, I was wearing the blue getup that I had on the Sins of an Ain't no Soul of the Beast cover.
You were wearing fucking overalls.
Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, he was asking could he get up on Hassan's song with the harmonica. I'm like, shit, I don't know. You gotta ask him that. That's not my thing. But I remember you was battling what's the name, Lyrical Twister there. I remember I'm a dollar bill, you 100 pennies. And
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
And you beat him in front of his girl and what have you. I'm like, man.
He's bringing up old shit now.
I'm like, dude.
Did I say I didn't mean to beat you in front of your girl?
I live with these people, man. Yeah, it was
Pinch
some,
his cheeks. Maybe next time.
it was some shit back there, but yeah, I remember the hunting season release party when damn near every Saginaw rapper was there. Well, all the Fallen Entertainment, Silver Sport. Fucking
Silver Sport. They're still around, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
They did their last show with Pension. Well, Pension Head. They did Pension Head's last show.
Who?
Them and the Miscreants.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but I thought Silver Sport kept on going. I think they're still going though.
He was saying their last show they played with Tension Head.
Oh, gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They're still going. but
No.
Pension Head woke up, and I don't know. The Miscreants did a show with them there.
Who put this beat together?
I wish it was Pension Head would have kept going.
Generic beat.
It's gonna be in my.
Salute.
It's gonna be in my head for the next fucking week. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's why I asked. Like, do.
Well, the last time at the end of the last show, we got a little freestyle out of Staples there.
Oh yeah, that was terrible too.
You want to redeem yourself?
Maybe
right
I
now?
should try to redeem myself. Well, we'll give it a minute. We'll give it a
Give
minute.
it a
and see
minute.
what
Okay, you
happens.
pull it together. Okay.
Fuck.
Well, shit, man. You know, we're approaching the end of hour 3, so maybe
That
End
should be
of
the
hour
end.
three.
Should be end of the show.
maybe we should wrap it up. You guys got
Should- I think we should probably wrap it up.
Yeah. So what else? Is there any last things you want to say?
Well,
any shout outs?
let's recap to make sure we got everything. Just recap.
Nobody
We
else
got
called in.
So we
got-
started out with Bone.
Homicide.
Yep, straight from the gutter comes a brother outta.
Saginaw. Mac the Jacker.
We're gonna play some more of
Yep.
that in a minute. When we
Bone
sign off,
Scammers.
we're gonna play "Living Haunted" by.
Oh shit, you gotta play. For anybody that's on this fucking that's still here, however many viewers we have, please listen to this track that D's gonna play.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Living Haunted. I think me and Staples are gonna redo it.
Yeah,
Living
we are.
Haunted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of playing tracks, I never heard your finished version of Valentine's Day. What's up? What's that?
Why you gotta let him know the secret?
He's bullshit, man.
Man, I thought you already released that.
D doesn't release a fucking thing. He sits on his ass and doesn't release a goddamn thing.
Sits on my ass. Look at this, man. At least I'm doing this.
I know.
Man,
I know.
hey.
I can't hate on that.
I'm doing
I
it
can't hate
could
on
be
that.
worse right now. So and trying to get everything straight so I can finish up Haunted Fear 3, Kill
You
God.
both
and,
are some unreleasing motherfuckers, aren't you?
Yeah,
Man,
that's true.
you
I'm
see how
kind of,
busy I
for
am?
once in the past 15 years, I'm the only releasing motherfucker at this table right now.
Because
I think that's kind of true right now.
Your business is straight.
That's
you're
'cause I'm on
good.
fire.
Yeah, you're good to go. I gotta get all my ducks in a row, so that way I won't have Pale Horse 2.0. It wasn't that bad an album, but I wasn't focused like I was with whatchamacallit. So yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys both fucking suck. Let's put
Fuck
it that way.
you.
Man, fuck you.
You guys
No,
both
fuck
fucking
you.
suck.
Fuck you.
No, I got a record sitting collecting dust too.
What's
Wasn't
the
too
name?
happy with the production wise, but I remember I was telling you, Staples, I want to respit it at your studio. It's got the classics like Gonorrhea's in My Eyes. That's a track.
Wait, diarrhea is in my eye.
Gonorrhea.
Oh, gonorrhea. Okay, I thought you said diarrhea. I'm like, how?
Gonorrhea
Sway, how?
burns worse than diarrhea.
Oh, diarrhea goes with it when you take the antibiotics.
Huh?
But yeah, well, if you have gonorrhea and you take antibiotics, I know from personal fucking experience, you get the shits all week while you're going through that.
Is this
humiliating
week?
moment in life?
Is this week number 1? Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
But I
That was
suggest,
a perfect
I don't know,
one.
I have an amazing Flint collection, and a lot of people did the wicked shit in Flint. You guys want to do this again sometime, I'll call up. I don't know, I'll give you some tracks. I mean, there's rap groups like HAN, Hustling Ass Niggas, Shellwood.
Variety of sins.
There's a lot of wicked rappers out there, man.
V's looking at fucking bicycles right now, by the way.
He's so
V-
bored. He's over here shopping for bicycles.
V right now is fucking
Man,
looking at pictures of
I was
bikes
looking
on
to see
Google.
if I got any
Jesus
messages.
Christ.
I was looking to
Alright.
see if I got any messages, see if James was gonna call in, but unfortunately, James is doing the queue time with the missus right now, and he cannot call in.
Well, god damn it.
Well,
Yeah.
that's some whack shit.
Hey, James, he's just a producer now, but hey, but like I
I
said,
think I've heard James talk in my whole life.
talk about what? He talking about what?
I think he just said
I've heard
he
James speak.
You really heard James speak?
He doesn't talk.
twice in his life.
Oh yeah, well, basically he got to be in the right comfort set. James speaks. Me and Hill got into it a whole bunch of times over
He
the
won't
years. Oh.
say a motherfucking thing, but that dude will get on the mic and eat it.
Yeah, he will.
He will.
James, before chopping became a regular thing, and you turn on your faucet and you got a chopper coming out the faucet. James was doing chopping nice, and he could do it off the top of the head. I don't know how the fuck he pulled that off, but he could chop off the top of the head, him and his cousin. But his cousin's retired from rapping. Shout out to Dub. James is retired from rapping. He just producing now. And
We're all old now. We're all old.
And I'm trying to get my shit together. I'm trying, but it's a slow process because every time I get the momentum going, something comes along and just says, yeah, that happens. Last year, I had Kill God ready, was working on Haunted Fear 3, ready for Enoch's Concerto, and next thing you know, had to go to court.
Here we go, promotion of V Sinizter.
Here we go.
Goddamn right.
Here
Jesus
the
Christ.
fuck we go again. I had Concerto's crotch on my album. I had Rapunzel's fucking tits ready to go, and then court came.
Jesus.
Hey, how often do you see me online talking about music at all?
Not much, man, but
Not much.
I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for it to happen.
And that's why I'm telling you that it's still coming out right now. It's a slow process, but better a slow burn than a quick flash fire.
All right. Well, look.
just like Neil Diamond said.
with that,
Better to burn out than fade away.
Are you guys kicking it there with Defekt, or are you coming back to Saginaw tonight?
I'm coming back to Saginaw tonight because I gotta make a trip to the hospital. I think I don't know what they doing, so I can't speak for them.
I'm kicking it.
All right.
No
Well,
more drinking and driving.
because I got a half gallon of vodka I'm going to tear into.
I think Kurt D's starting a party right now. I think that's how he just tried to end this episode, was with a, well, if you guys ain't doing shit, come over and party.
it's only 3 hours away. but no, well, yeah, he's probably gonna start his own live feed here in a minute. Just,
I'll tell you what, Defekt, if you were to look at my walls, you would stare, so would V, would stare at the walls of my basement for hours.
oh, I believe it. I remember back in the day, way back in the day, Wicked D brought me over to that house on, what was it, on Bay Road? No, yeah, it was on Bay Road, wasn't it? That
Yep.
house you used to live in.
Yep.
And your house, your walls were covered just even back then, man. So yeah, I believe it.
Damn.
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
doubt
what I
that.
said.
V's got Cardi B on his phone right now.
No, I don't.
Jesus Christ! All right, this is getting out of control.
These is bloody shoes.
I think it's about time to wrap this up. Kurt D, thanks for calling in, brother. We appreciate the insight.
Hell yeah, Kurt
hey,
D.
thank you
We
for
love
everybody
you.
tuning
We love
in.
you, bro.
There's nobody that could have gave the same insight as you. So,
Fuck no. Fuck no.
We definitely appreciate that. As far as wicked shit, Saginaw shit goes, I mean, you had to come up in the conversation. So I appreciate you calling in, man.
Hello?
And he's gone.
And yeah.
All right, so we lost Kurt.
Unfortunately, we hit that failure horn quite a bit tonight.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we should end it with maybe something a little more happy.
No, how about end it with upcoming project shout out and then call it a wrap?
All right, man. So yeah, what you guys got coming up?
Project shots out. I got X equals Y. Fuck, it's so close, you guys. It's right fucking there, but
Defekt basically just has to redo his verse, and then we're good.
Defekt's got to redo a verse on there.
Oh, I can't get on there?
V is more than fucking welcome to get on there.
Yeah,
And
how about man?
okay. We'll take this offline, V. We'll get it. We'll
we'll
definitely
figure
get
it
it figured out.
Figure it out, yeah.
You know you got a red carpet on that shit.
Yeah.
So there you go. V now will be on the album. It's gonna be an EP, so short but sweet. I'm hoping. Other than that, we got Disciple of the Skull, me and Bad Mind putting our heads together while we sit and plot Volume 3.
And the first single for that is out already, right?
Yeah, the first single's out, man. Maybe we can play it. I don't know if we got time.
Yeah. I mean,
Play it on our way out. We'll play a few tracks on the way out.
We got a couple tracks queued up, and
Okay.
then we'll play that.
Yeah.
Why
Put
don't we
that in
end
there.
it with that? We'll play two. I got a couple tracks queued up. I got one from Bone Scandalous that we were talking about that we have to play because this shit's dope.
Yeah, for sure.
B requested I play some off of his new album, so we're
Yep.
gonna play that, and then we'll play that new Disciples track.
Yeah, for sure. There you
got
go,
them all
man.
queued up right there.
I got them queued up. We're ready to go. So with that, I mean, you got anything else you want to plug, man?
All right, let's make it real quick. Haunted of Fear 3 is coming soon. Don't worry, it's coming. Let me get it together. Kill God is coming. Enoch's Concerto. Those three I'm focused on right now. It Could Be Worse Season 3 is coming. Got a new Instagram up with comic book art up there. Should check it out. See the links floating around or what have you, because got all big people coming through checking it out. So if the big people could check out that shit, Frankenstein Fitness and all that, you're not too big to check it out yourself, buddy. And Defekt?
Wait a minute.
I ain't got shit coming
before
out.
we go, can you
honest.
give us a fitness name, V?
A fitness
Yeah,
name?
what is
a Trekker name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What is my name and what is Staples' name?
Yeah, before we go.
All right, let's see. Zero Vanguard.
Ooh.
Zero Vanguard.
Damn, that's
That's
dope.
prestigious.
Damn, that's dope.
I might just change my rap name.
Yeah, I would if I were you.
Yeah,
Zero.
XYROH.
They'll be calling me Zero.
XYROH. Zero. That's
XYROH is his
Zero.
Zero Van.
I liked it better when I envisioned it as X.
No,
ERO.
it's dope. That's dope.
All right. Well,
Vanguard or
Yeah,
Vanguard?
Zero Vanguard and
Damn. Something with the tiger. Put tiger in my name. Like fucking tiger. Yeah, tiger evil balls.
and Kill Storm Red.
Ooh, that's a good one. Kill Stormbred.
Dope.
Yep, Kill Storm Red and Zero Vanguard.
Oh,
That's
shit.
a hell of a way to end it.
All right. Well, with that, we love y'all, man. Thanks for tuning in. We'll certainly check y'all out in the chat room if you want to keep talking, man. We'll check you out.
Yeah, we'll be there.
If I don't kill myself on the highway back home.
Yeah. Well, don't you ain't gonna do that, man.
Okay, not purposely kill myself as in driving and getting tired.
Always has to bring a fucking downer into it, doesn't he?
Of course I do. You realize who you talking to, right?